because they don't start off the fight with it. You only see get pulled out if they know they can't beat you. And then it's nothing but that weapon and the L2 trigger. That's it. And they will win. They will win. Doesn't matter what the deficit is, they will win. It kills you in 2 hits, and you're guaranteed to get at least six. I don't know when they're gonna nerf it, but I'm just gonna run it up until they do. Oh my lord.
Well, we are now live. What's up, peeps? Welcome to the Great Nimbus Debates podcast, the Dragon Ball Z podcast, where we debate things all about Dragon Ball Z. A little bit of discussion here and there. What's up, Gaming Pro? Welcome to the podcast. It's your boy. We'll start out with the introductions. I'm Squall Rush, gaming addict, anime nerd, Dragon Ball Z fanatic, 31 years old, all of the above. Huge Dragon Ball Z fan, like ever since the Goku versus Vegeta clean beam clash. There we go, not clean. Yeah, I've been hooked on it ever since. That was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, and just could not, like, once I saw that, I had to keep watching it. That's my introduction. You guys can go ahead with yours.
Right. 7 Ninja 7, ninja enthusiast, anime fanatic. You'll probably see any range of animes whatsoever, whether shonen, slice of life, really doesn't matter as long as it's not Yuri or Yaoi. Anyway, um, that's about it. Oh,
What's going on, guys? I am Pope King, aka PK. Dragon Ball Z fan since generally around that time as well. When Goku, hit his head and became good. um, Anime is it for me. In love with anime. Different genres, I have to say. You have your Japanese, you have your Chinese. I love them all. 37, dad with 2 kids. You might hear them screaming in the background. Forgive me now. I love you. That's about it, man.
Oh, cool. But want to plug your guys' socials just in case the viewers out there can hit you guys up.
you can find me on 7 Ninja 7 and Rumble. Sometimes MeWe, sometimes Game Jolt. You can find me there. If you see my name and see my pictures anywhere else, there's a good chance I'm not there. So you say something if you want to, but that's about it.
You can check me out. I am on Twitch, Pope King X, Twitch TV, also on Kick as Pope King, and on YouTube as Pope King X. I do videos and shorts of my gameplay. Getting into a few more reactions, so you guys can always go check me out there.
Nice. I need to check out your YouTube. I don't know if I got you on YouTube, Pope.
Oh man! All right, we got to make that link.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. First one. I guess we can get down into it. Let me see. Our first topic will be. Oh, all right. I did a video on this one. What is Ginyu's original body? Do you guys think Ginyu's purple body is his original, or something else is his original body?
Uh, I'll start first on this, actually. So I'm gonna go based on the fact that they're different colors. Like, if you look at them, they all have an abstract color.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to say yes, based on that alone. Um, because like after that, when he gets to his second, the next body we know about, it's very, it looks kind of normal compared to everything else we've seen. Like his newest body in like Resurrection F, it feels very normal compared to everything else. So I would argue that it's highly possible it is his original body. But of course, to figure out how to get the body, get his original body, not original body, to figure out how that ability works, it does make you wonder if that is his original body. It's just,
So you,
like I said, it going off the color, it feels like that is, it's got to be his original one.
so you're saying the purple one is his original body?
Yeah.
Okay. Pope.
Yeah, you know what? There's a high chance that the purple is his original. I don't think that they have come across an enemy that was strong enough where he needed to do that body switch. I think they've just always been, Freeze's top squad, and they've just been eliminating everything. So it was really no need. I think that's his original body that he started with. Yeah, most definitely.
All right. So
Plus, it always looks like a last ditch effort too. Like when he does that move, it always feels like a last ditch effort. So
Exactly.
I feel like he wouldn't do it, because then
okay.
you got to
So,
convince everyone, hey, I'm getting you.
well, I mean, he does keep his voice, so you do know
Yes.
that his voice and his mannerisms, they're kept, and that's very unique. So they know off rip that it's
Well,
definitely Captain Ginyu.
hold on a second. Remember, like, I think they thought Goku was, because we saw the scouter on Ginyu's face when it became Goku, right? But
Yeah,
I wonder if that is for the viewer's sake. We hear the different
the
voices.
different
I
voices.
feel like when it's like them, like they hear Goku's voice and it's actually Ginyu speaking. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
they
because
seem
he
confused.
speak.
Like
Oh, okay,
that's
yeah. So
Goku,
he's
right?
like speaking in Goku's voice, but it's okay. So I see what you're saying. So for like us, they kind of kept his voice raspy, but it sounded like Goku a little bit,
Yeah.
but it wasn't really Goku. So we knew it was Captain Ginyu. But I guess for
Hmm.
the anime story, like Krillin and Gohan, it's like, oh, Dad, that's you, Dad. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be.
So I kind of wanna, let's see. There was some debates I've seen online, like if it was his first time, uh, what's it called? How was he able to use this move so easily if it was his first time? That was one of the big reasons. If it was his first time, like if it like he had to have some experience in it, with it if he was able to use it so easily. So I kind of agree with this statement. Like how was he able to use it? He should have some problems with it, like Goku, for instance, when he first used the Kamehameha, it was little tiny beam that didn't even blow up a car. It still destroyed it, but it was like he should have like wrecked like a piece of the planet if it was like fully mastered.
Mm.
Well, I think about
So
the frog, Namek. I think about that frog, and like he did it again when he was inside the.
when
No,
he
he
was
wasn't
inside
inside the
the
frog at the
frog,
time.
yeah.
Well, he had to. He had to do it inside the frog. So I feel like he's probably tested it out, but that's
Hmm.
his original body. More than likely, he wants his own body. But after the explosion of Namek, he doesn't have it no more. So now he's got to get a new one. So I feel like that's probably what happened. He probably tested it out on an animal, and then said, "Well, I'm going back to my own."
Yeah, because
Makes sense to
apparently
me.
he does take the move with him, so
Mm-hmm.
he's able
Hmm.
to use it in whatever body he takes over. So with that being said, I think that he definitely did test it and perfected it. I mean, it had to have been perfected if he was able to move around. And I mean, that's definitely a way of surviving. It definitely is. And now that we're at this point, maybe it's not his original body, you
Um.
know? Maybe not.
Yeah.
Because let's say there was some type of other issues, and if he's able to take that ability with him, then yeah, he could have gotten into a situation, did a body change to whomever was beating him up, because that's what happened. And now he's in control and he still has that ability, you know, and he can just go ahead and move on. So maybe it's not his original body. Now you think about it, maybe not.
um. For the testing it out on animals, I'm not too sure about that one because I think he would need someone to talk at least so he can say the change chat. Because I think like with I know this part was filler in Namek. Um, Remember like in early Toonami days when he changed the between the frog and Bulma, he needed like Bulma. He tricked Bulma into making something so he could talk, and then he used it. And
So
then
he has to sleep. Mm.
and then like in Super, I can't remember how he changed with that new Frieza army henchman, but like didn't he have to like write something in the ground and then have that one light like lavender looking dude like say it for them to change? Um so I think he needs to like actually say something or have someone say something in order for them to like change between each other.
But that's crazy
I've
because
always
when
just. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I'm saying that's crazy because when they originally brought that move out, all it was him putting his hands up and saying whatever he needed to say, and it would change. That's because that's how I remember it. That's what I recall from the first time when it happened. Because I was in shock. I was like, "Oh my god, a changer beam! That's crazy!" Like how OP would you be with that move? Imagine
I've always
finding
felt like
Broly, changer beam on
yeah,
Broly.
it's a little surprising that he never did it, or even the Frieza for that matter. But I've
Mm.
always felt like, you know, when they yell out the name, because Goku can do a Kamehameha without saying it. So like, I feel like he probably doesn't need to say it as much as he just needs to do the technique move. Because I'm thinking of the fusion dance. They don't have to say fusion dance. This is just
That's
hey,
what I was.
this is what we're doing. Get in tune. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. I
Mhm.
And
think that's
so
what.
they could probably just do it. You know what I mean? And so I feel like he probably didn't need it, but maybe for the filler episode he did. But like probably in general, he probably doesn't need to write anything. I feel if anything, like if you're trying to change with somebody, you want to sneak up on them. You want to get in real close so you can't miss. And when they least expect it, get him. I feel like that's what he's doing. Because he's
Um.
also,
Oh.
if we're looking at, I'm gonna take it from a Xenoverse here. Um, his garb is called the Shinobi garb, so he's some kind of
Ninja.
ninja in space. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And so it would make sense to me, especially if we look at the Dragon Ball Ninja from the original anime, that this is probably what they would do: sneak up on him and get him.
But you,
Um.
so you saying, so yeah, I mean, that would make sense because that move, that move definitely can be classified as a covert move, especially if you don't have to say anything. You can sneak up on someone, maybe grab them and hold them to make sure that it
Hmm.
hits, because where are they going when you grab them? Um, and activated upon grabbing them, it's completely over. And now you've taken over their body, and you can just kill this body right here, and keep on moving, you know, through the steps, and
Hmm.
just be like, hey, I found this intruder, and bring him, and it's the dead person that you switched the bodies with, and now you're sitting there completely infiltrated the enemy's headquarters, and now you can do whatever you want to do and just leave out. That makes
mm,
sense.
I kind of agree with like the whole sneaking up on them,
Yeah.
but how would he know how strong they are and decide to make this change with that body if they snuck up on him? I think he need to like use it like how I forget who said it earlier. It would be like a last resort. Like, oh shit, like he's obviously pummeling me here. I need to like hurry up and switch bodies with him because like he's way
Hmm.
stronger than
That's
me.
what he did to Goku, right?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what he did to Goku, didn't he?
Hmm.
But
He
like,
did.
Um,
I think like in general, he's probably like, all right, well, I just need to like, especially when he's a frog, he's probably thinking, I just need to get out of here. I just need to get in my body. And afterwards, he's like, probably looking for a strong fighter. You know.
um, I, I do like see your point on what's called they don't need to chant the words, but like I think for some moves you definitely do need to chant something for it to work. Like the Dragon Balls, for instance, they need like something to be said for the Dragon Balls to be worked. Like especially in Namek, they
Yeah.
need these words to be like chanted in Namekian language for them to work.
Mm.
So
Well, I think the Malfuba needs it as well.
oh yeah, it needs a little something
Um,
for it to actually work.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking about like is strictly like attacks, like Kamehameha, Galaga. Matter of fact, we know Vegeta doesn't need to say Galaga.
No,
We
he
know
doesn't.
it because he does it.
Or Final
He
Flash.
does it every time. Yeah.
He doesn't need to say Final Flash either. Final Flash is just like his epic move, but he actually does not need to say it. He can just let that boy rip.
And he misses every time.
No, he doesn't. He actually hits every time he hit German, he hit Cell. It's they just gotta stay still. That's the problem. I can't you can't hit a moving target with it, bro. That's why he talks junk to them every single time so they could just stand there. Oh man.
Let's see. I think I'm pretty sure he has to chant something though, cause hang on, I'm looking it up right now. What was that dude's name in Super? How does Ginyu change bodies with? It started with a T, I think.
I don't think they told us. I don't think they told us.
Change bodies with that guy in Super.
Yeah,
Golden.
in Super it was completely different than it was in the original. Like the original, he called it out. You seen the purple beam shoot from him and hit Goku, and then the bodies, transferred. But in this one, they completely changed it. It's like a whole process that he had to do in order for it to happen.
It says Frog Ginyu writes change in the dirt, tricking Togoma to saying it. Ginyu then proceeds to use the body change in order to switch bodies with him. So I think someone actually does have to say change.
It might
just
be
for
him.
this one.
Just for it to happen. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he might have to say something.
All right.
So then, I mean, it could still be a covert move. I mean, you can still sneak them, and as soon as you grab them, say whatever it is, and still change.
All right. One other thing I got. So, if you guys remember the scene correctly, when what's his name? Ginyu uses the move, right? Goku, we see him, he's like in complete shock. He's like, the whole time, eyes wide, everything. He was basically giving the view, he was like enacting the viewer's reaction, right? While it was happening. But on the other end, Jace, he was perfectly fine. He was like kind of like laughing, smirking and shit. Like when Ginyu was about to use it, he tossed Jace the Scouter and didn't say a word. Jace didn't say a word back. He was like smirking like he knew something was up. And then when they switched bodies, Jace actually goes to Goku's body and Goku's body still didn't say a word. And Jace knew, it seemed like he knew what happened, that they switched bodies, right? So he goes over to Goku's body, hands him the Scouter, and then they continue on with their day without saying shit. To me, I think Jace actually knew what took place here, and cause it's happened before. This kind of suggests like they like this is not the first time it happened. All right, knowing this, what are your guys' thoughts? Like if it's still his original body or not?
Yeah, I don't think it's his original body. Based off of that, I mean, your comrade, that means he's like, we've seen this before. His reaction to that entire situation is that I've seen this before. I know what's about to happen. There's no need for any type of, words at all. You're about to get switched. It's over. Game over. It's done. And as soon as you get switched, we're blasting this body. We're up out of here. Mission complete. So, perhaps, but then again, it's a thing of, have they ever come across a more formidable, foe as Goku? Perhaps not, because I remember Frieza was rampaging. He destroyed the Sane planet, which were at the time his greatest threat, and Frieza was crowned. What was it? What was his name? Emperor of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at that point in time, who was really challenging Frieza? Frieza hadn't left his base form for how long? You know, if anything were to happen, you call in the Ginyu Force, and obviously they've been enough to handle whatever's been going on in that galaxy until Goku. You know, in steps Goku, and this is a foe who has the capacity, literally, and showed it and beat the hell out of the Ginyu Force. You know, he came there. I mean, that was just amazing. I think that was just an epic moment for Goku when he landed there on planet Namek, and it looked like it was different. A man had been working out. He been in the gym, muscles pumped, sweat dripping. He seen him. He know y'all been beating up on my peoples. It's over in like 2, 3, 4 hits. Everybody's just, oh, I'm hurt. Who is this guy? Oh, you know. So I don't think they came across anyone that was that strong. Now, maybe they've done this in training. You know, maybe he's done the switch. He's probably switched with Jace a couple times, Berta, just to, this is my power guy. So when you see this, don't worry about it. Maybe that's why Jace kind of reacted the way he did. It really does make you think, because with this ability, with the way they were acting, they knew he had this ability. They knew what was happening. It's a high chance, yes. They could have used this ability before. Maybe this body was an individual that gave them a problem and was beaten up on the original Ginyu Force, and the original Captain Ginyu had to go ahead and switch. And now, here's this body that he has. Who knows? I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think so. I think they did it in practice. I generally feel like the Ginyu Force was Frieza's top squad, and they were sent to eliminate any threats that were able to take on any of the superior soldiers in Frieza's army. And we saw it, Goku was able to destroy the Ginyu Force. And who was next? What was his name again? The blue guy. Oh my god, I forgot his name. No, was it Berta? No, it wasn't him. No, it's there was one who wasn't part of the Ginyu Force. He was stronger than the Ginyu Force, and he was
Zarbon.
Yes, Zarbon. Zarbon, I think he was like Frieza's right hand, because after I believe it was after Goku incapacitated the Ginyu Force, he had to deal with Zarbon. And I remember Zarbon going into a second form that was actually it was a big deal. So I don't know. I don't think that they came across anyone that really pushed him to that limit, because I mean, even if they did, he probably did switch bodies with them. So either way, these guys have seen his move before. They've seen his ultimate move before. There's no doubt about it. No doubt.
I don't
So
think
like
Zarbon
Pope has
is
cemented
stronger.
my opinion.
Oh, okay.
Pope has cemented my opinion. And it's basically like again, he said, like they probably haven't ran into anybody. I mean, truth be told, all Frieza's got to do is put up a finger and throw a ball, and it's over.
That's
But
true.
they probably haven't run into anything like that before. And again, like Pope said, they probably trained it. I could truly believe they've trained this. I think if anything though, even if they were to have had to grab a body, like we talked about before, actually I want to take this route. Have you guys played or seen anything on God of War Ragnarok?
Yes, I have played God of War Ragnarok.
I'm thinking specifically about Odin, and are you going to play it, Pope?
You said, wait, I'm sorry, you said what?
Are you going to play it, Squall? That's what I meant.
Oh.
Are you planning on it?
I mean, no, go ahead. Go ahead with the spoilers, though.
Okay. All right. So I'm thinking specifically about Odin and what's the God of War's name? Not Kratos, the other one. Anyway, he's Odin pretends to be locked up in a cage, and he's acting like he's been beaten, he's been tortured over and over and over by Odin himself, and he tricks the main cast into believing he is. Dang, why can't I remember his name?
I know who you're talking about too. It's their God. I'm trying to rattle my brain for the name too, because he was in the last God of War before Ragnarok, and then his story completely developed in Ragnarok. I fucking forgot his name, bro. Oh my god. I know what you're talking
Crazy.
about.
But
I know what you're talking about.
but yeah. So, but I feel like, just like Odin locks up a dude inside of the prison, locks him up. We know that Odin would do something like that. Well, I feel like if anything, Jace the Ginyu Force could just be like, oh, let me hello whoever that is, let me hold this guy for Ginyu. He can change into this guy and then just go deal with, take out the rebels or whatever. I feel like that's something Ginyu would do, and so it could still be his original body. It's just a matter of you know, they just need to take a body for a moment.
Mm.
Is it making sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you're saying switch, and then we're gonna lock this guy up. We're gonna hold him down until we're done with our mission and come back and switch again and then dispose.
Yes,
And then
yes,
that way throughout the battle, Captain Ginyu is keeping his original body. That
yes.
is that is some food for thought. That is. I'm not gonna lie, I love it, but I'm gonna have to go against it and say I think that's just a little bit too much. I think they've done it in just training so that they know what it is. Um and I think that was his first time really actually using it, because if I
Mhm.
recall, there was some slight unsettle and uncertainty between Jace and the
Yeah,
newly acquired body by Captain Ginyu as they were flying. So I believe that that probably was the first time in actual battle,
yeah,
you know? And that's why,
yeah.
Came over and he gave him the scouter, but it was, it wasn't like he was hesitating, but it wasn't, yeah, boss, it wasn't 100% gun ho. There was a little, is this captain like because if it's
Hmm.
not, that's my ass. Literally. but it I yeah,
It's tier,
I
by
just
the way.
wait, you
What's
said
up?
what?
It's tier, by the way.
Tier?
Tyr, yes, the name of the god of war.
Okay.
Tyr, yes, yes, yes. But yeah, I still feel honestly that that was the first time in actual combat, in a real combat situation where their lives were actually at stake, that move was used, and it was a
Mm.
success because I believe they have trained and they've done it before, because Jace knew what he was planning to do, but the outcome of this particular situation was one that held some uncertainty. So, but
Mhm,
I
mhm.
still believe that it was their first time, and I honestly I do think that it is his original body. But your route is definitely some food for thought. I like it.
All right, John, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Sweet. So we're basically
Yes, you are.
discussing what is Ginyu's original body. We're kind of let's see. Is the purple body that Ginyu was first introduced in Dragon Ball Z, the Namek Saga? Do you think that is his original body, or did he have a separate one before that?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think my take on it is he has a separate body. I feel like the body that he finally has when he's Captain Ginyu, the purple form, is kind of just one that he's been able to kind of jump into over all the years. I feel like his style is more, instead of just training to get stronger, he's just willing to kind of jump into bodies and kind of take that method to kind of build his power up. Um, yeah, I think over the years he's been able to kind of stack up bodies and kind of get to be more powerful.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat that's not his original body. Pope and Seven Ninja, they're on the track that it is his original body. Um, Shoot, say your guys' points again. My bad. I can't really remember them.
Um, Basically, my idea is that, and probably Hope as well, that he Ginyu more than likely trained his ability for his whole team to know, like, hey, this is me. I'm changing with somebody. This is what I got to do. Yada yada yada. And so they know um, what the ability is. And I feel like, especially like since this is before Goku's fight, um, they probably haven't run into anyone that's like too dangerous that like he wouldn't just need to get his original body back. I could truly believe and Silver, I don't know if you've played God of War Ragnarok, but I'll make this point again. Basically, Odin decides to lock up Tyr inside of God of War Ragnarok, and we end up finding out later on that Tyr is actually fake Tyr. We haven't seen the real Tyr yet, but basically Odin will just take people and hide them away and pretend to be them. And so logically, if we take that idea and bring it over to Ginyu, I could truly believe that Ginyu's group would hold the person down, let Ginyu take his place, and then afterwards, Ginyu could just go infiltrate and potentially either reveal the rebels that are fighting Frieza or take out the rebels himself. I truly believe that's something he would probably do. And then just come back to his original body. That's what it makes sense based on what I've just said.
Then one of the points I was bringing up was like if it was his first time, like how was he able to use it so easily? Like usually he would have to, there'd be like some trial and error phase. Like Goku, when he first saw Roshi use the Kamehameha and then he mimicked it, he was able to pull it off, but he wasn't able to use it so very like too potent as it is today that we see it. Like he was able to destroy the car, but he wrecked it. But he like usually like nowadays he's able to like destroy like a chunk of like the earth if he wanted to with it. And then another point, what was the other point? Oh, Jace's reaction in the anime, Ginyu doesn't say a word, tosses Jace the scouter. Jace catches it, starts smirking, laughing a little bit, knows what's taking place. When the change happens, Goku's face was like wide-eyed, like he was like, oh, what's going on? Like he was like basically enacting the viewer's reaction, like we don't know what's going on. And then like when the change happens, Jace returns to Goku's body, doesn't say a word, both of them don't say a word, hands Ginyu's new body, the scouter, and they just go on with their day like they knew what took place here. So those were kind of like some of my viewpoints. And then Pope, I believe you had something to what was your last point?
Yeah. I was saying that it definitely, I believe it is his original body. I believe that they practice this move in training because you can pull it off in training and obviously you can revert it back. That I believe was the reason that caused Jace to know, all right, as soon as he took off the scouter, because he took a stance before he activated the technique. If you notice, he spread his legs, he put his hands in his face, spread his fingers, and that was it. So as soon as those actions took place, yes, Jace knew what was happening because that's what obviously he had to do. Presumably every time he did the move. But I do think it's his original body. I just feel like there wasn't an opponent that was strong enough to push him to the point to use it. That's a last resort ability. You don't want to just use that running around a place unless you have to do some type of mission solo or something like that. Nah. Yeah, he definitely trained that a little bit. That's the first time I think Jay's seen it in an actual combat scene where their life was at risk.
Yeah,
Also,
I mean,
I just remembered. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, yeah, I can kind of see that in a sense. But to me, I don't know. I just feel like over all the time he's been there, one, why wouldn't he change bodies with Frieza? I mean, I understand Frieza's super, obviously very powerful, so maybe he just didn't get the chance to. But I mean, Goku is extremely strong too, and he pulls it off by surprise. So I'm kind of in my back of my mind. I'm like, well, why wouldn't he ever try to change with Frieza? And then also, I'm kind of thinking, so if that is his original body, what kind of happened to the bodies, the other ones he switched out of? Because I'm thinking if he just gave the person back their powers when they just attack him if they were stronger than the guy. But I don't know. I could also see your guys' point of view because to me it's like, okay, I could see him just not having met somebody strong enough as him yet, because he does seem pretty surprised by Goku's power once he once he actually goes up against it. So I could definitely see that side of it where he just hasn't come up on anyone really strong enough for them to use the technique. But I don't remember if the other guys, just off the top of my head, if the other guys reacted to him changing bodies or if they weren't surprised by it. I don't know if they weren't really surprised by it, the rest of the Ginyu Force, I would, in my head, that would be like, okay, well, he probably just uses this anytime anybody's stronger than them and just takes their body. But I have to kind of remember if I can remember how they reacted.
Kind of a theory here. Um, like Frieza, for instance, was like, I don't know, decades, hundreds of times, thousands of times stronger than Ginyu. I'm thinking Ginyu can transfer bodies with someone stronger than him, just not like thousands of times stronger. They might be able to like deflect the attack in some way. That's why he never did it with Frieza. Goku, for instance, I looked up the numbers. Goku, on first landing on planet Namek, his real power level was 90,000, and then Ginyu's power level was 120,000. But Goku with the Kaioken, he was at 180,000, and that's just Kaioken times one. So I'm thinking maybe since Goku was still kind of in the realm of power of Ginyu, he was able to switch bodies, maybe versus with Frieza, he's not able to. That's just my take on it. What do you guys think?
So I'm thinking about this. So do they actually have to look at them? I'm thinking about when Goku jumps into the beam. Or no, who throws the frog? Does someone throw the frog?
Yeah, it was Goku who threw the frog.
Bruh. Yeah. So I'm thinking about it like, does he actually need to look at them in their eyes? And so if he doesn't, then he could probably just sneak up on Frieza and do it. But I'm reminded of how there are people in this world that don't necessarily want to be the boss, but want to be the number two. And I feel like Ginyu in this case is very loyal. I feel like the rest of Ginyu's force is loyal to him, but I feel like for the most part, Ginyu is just a very loyal subject to Frieza. Because if we're honest, he could probably have snuck off and just been somebody else all this time if he wanted to, but he still works for Frieza, which
Mhm.
makes me think that that's probably the only reason he's never taken him over. Because truth be told, I feel like he could have easily done that a long time ago. I
Yeah,
don't think
that's true.
anything's really
Actually,
stopping him.
that's very true. He could have just snuck off and been like, "Let me just hop into anybody else," and he could have got away like
Hey,
out
you
of
would have
Frieza's
gotten
area.
away. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Um, yeah, I know like it's more of like respect is really big in the Japanese culture, so maybe that's taking place in like the world of like anime and stuff. Like that respect factor really like is a thing. Like they're really understanding of their roles and who's the hierarchy and stuff like that. Um,
Another thing I also too I was just thinking of is like if he did switch bodies with Frieza, he doesn't exactly have the all the powers that Frieza would have. Like he has to kind of learn this stuff, I
mm,
guess, like he did with Goku's body. So maybe he's thinking like Frieza could take him out before he gets a chance to learn all the powers. I don't know.
well,
I
for
feel like
one,
though he'd be a
oh
bit
god,
worried. Go. I feel like Frieza's natural body has like a raw power. I'm thinking like Goku Black situation. There's just a raw power that's already in Frieza, and so even if he didn't know everything, he could have just probably gutted him. I feel like that could have happened. Especially when he's in his final form. Um, it's especially in Super. And he's in his final form. I feel like he could have just gutted him, but he never does. And I think it's just a loyalty thing, really.
Yeah, I agree with that one. I think with Goku, for instance, like Goku, his real power is not just just like he can go willy-nilly and like go town on people. His real power is like his chi manipulation, like raising and lowering his power level, and like his power increases with like Kamehameha blasts and stuff like that, going Super Saiyan, Kaioken. That's where like a lot of his power comes from. And like his like I think he learned after Kami really like mastering his stamina, so like raising his power right like at the point where he needs to, like hitting people and then lowering it back down so he can conserve his energy and stuff like that. So I think like Ginyu, like all the other people, like Vegeta for instance, all the Saiyans, when they came to the earth, they're like, what the heck, they can raise their power level, this is weird. Like I think they're just always in this max power level stat this like the whole time. So I think Ginyu, Frieza, and they're all kind of in the same boat. They're just like all the people that they fought up until this point are just at max stat. So that's why Ginyu can transfer to bodies pretty easily, and it's like no big deal. But with Goku, it was like, yo, what the heck is this?
Goku always tests people out too. So like
Hmm.
he probably didn't go full power immediately in the fight either.
I'm glad you
And
said that because that was one of Goku's weaknesses.
hmm
He always wants what I'm sorry. I'll take that word back. Not a weakness, just his form of fighting, right? He is a
yeah,
master martial artist. And as was described about him in the Tournament of Power, right when he faced off against Jiren, it's like, why didn't he just go full power? Because he needs to test his limitations against his enemy by gradually increasing his power. So base form, boom, does nothing. Okay, step it up a notch. Super Saiyan, boom, does nothing. Okay, step it up a notch. Super Saiyan 2, oh, his head moved. Okay, let's go. God form. Oh, you're blocking. Say that. We're going blue. All out on you. You see, so I can see why he does that, but then the problem with it is that not everybody plays fair. Not everyone plays by his rules,
hmm
as we see with Ginyu. Yeah, if I was Ginyu, I'm not waiting. What are you, crazy? Yo, switch immediately. Get up out of here, gang. We have no time for this. That's one of Goku's habits that leaves him open a lot. But I do agree with that. I can see that. Well, he didn't go full power. If he had, that probably wouldn't have been able to work.
Mm, let's see. For that one, that idea, yes, it is one of Goku's flaws. He wants to have like fun with the fight. Fighting is fun for him. It's like what knocks his socks off basically. So like, I think in the Android saga, one of the heart virus was taking over him, and he fought that fat android, Android 19. He just went immediately Super Saiyan and immediately started going to town on him. And then like Piccolo stated like something's off here. Like Goku's not having fun, and he normally like slowly builds up uh like like what's it called, like he doesn't normally go full power like this from the get-go, so something's definitely up with him. And then it was like later revealed it's because he's on like he's got a little bit of time left because of the heart virus. um so I think that was kind of like Ginyu's also a flaw by Ginyu. He didn't really get to see Goku's true full power. He just gave Ginyu a little glimpse, like how far can you go into Kaioken, he just went Kaioken times 1 and hit 180,000 on the scouter. So
Mm.
maybe if you like played along a little bit, he would have saw Goku's real power and then took over his body, and then he would have.
But
Oh, go
but
ahead.
then remember though, Kaioken was a brand new technique that
Mm-hmm.
he hadn't really mastered, and he damn near killed himself when he went times 20, I believe it was, against Vegeta. So it's not it's a technique. When he landed on Namek, during the Frieza saga, he had it down to a pat where he was literally in that form the entire time, just fighting. But it wasn't something that he could just, push up to 20 and keep going, because the technique is a wear and tear on your body. It's breaking you down as is giving you, the energy. So in the sense of a video game, if you've got two bars, a red and a blue one, the blue one is your FP, the red one obviously is your health. You're losing health as your FP is staying infinite. That's technically the whole idea of, Kaken. Like, that's just what it does. It drains your health and your stamina as it increases your attack power and your speed, and overall. So it wasn't
Yeah.
something that he could just, like, okay, I'm just gonna push it up to 20. 1% was actually 1 to 2% was actually good enough for the Ginyu Force. Obviously, we can see that. He annihilated them instantly with just 1%. But it definitely wasn't a technique that, and he says it's not a technique that he wants to always use continuously like that, because it does affect his health. It does affect his life force.
Yeah, definitely, I can see that. Um, shoot. You guys got any final thoughts on what Ginyu's original body is? I kind of want to hear a little bit more. One last thing. All right, or John, you got anything?
No, I mean, I still kind of am leaning towards that being kind of not being his first body, just because in my head, I just feel like if you have that power to just level up instead of actually training, like, I feel like that's just the easier way to go. He just seems like he ran up on Goku, he was stronger. Instead of thinking about training, he's like, I'll just steal his body. So to me, I don't think we've ever seen his body. And then I think there was something I was looking at that said in GT, when he went down, like, to get judged or whatever, he ended up, his form was actually Captain Ginyu. So that kind of threw me a little bit into thinking maybe it was his first body. But I don't know, I'm still kind of leaning towards no. I just think his kind of style is to just take a body if someone is stronger than him.
Okay. Final thoughts, Seven Ninja and Pope King. You guys still sticking to your guns? That's the purple one's his original.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with it.
Yeah,
It feels right.
yeah. I'm 10 toes down to that one. I'm definitely sticking with it. I don't think there's been anyone in the galaxy, because remember, Frieza was the emperor of the galaxy, that actually put up a fight to the
Mhm.
point where Captain Ginyu had to use that move. I think he's moved it. I think he's used it in practice. The gang knows exactly what it is, and that was the first time he had to use it in an actual combat scenario. Well, I think that's his original body.
All right. Here is what I found online. Give me one sec. Fast forwarding to the part. All right. Share my screen. All right. Let me know when you guys can see that.
I am watching.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
this is actually a statement. This is when Ginyu actually got the purple body. So there's Jace in the background looking up from the sky, or looking down from the sky, and that hunched over body in the back was Ginyu's previous body. So that actually is like living proof that this is not his original body. And there's actually nothing online showing like what his original body was, but there's a little bit more backstory on it. Like let's see. Let me see if I can find it. So the reason why Raccoon is so zesty. Ah, damn, come on. Where'd it go? Raccoon is so zesty. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he
Yeah.
actually used to be a ballerina dancer. That's why he's got them tippy toe walks and stances and stuff like that. The reason why Burner is so fast is because his mom made him do chores around the house all the time, and he had to get faster to do it. And let's see. The reason why Jace has that baseball move is because he actually used to be a baseball pitcher. I forget what it's called, Crusher Ball, I think it's called. And then Guldo, I forget the reason why he has psychic powers is because he's like a perv, so he can lift up girls' skirts. And then the last one, let's see, I can't remember when it was. I think it's coming up right there. So this was actually the first time he switched bodies. It doesn't show what his original body was, but that the blonde-haired kid was like a rich kid in class, and he was like popular with the ladies due to his money. So Ginyu actually switched bodies with this kid as a kid, when they were like younger. So, but he realized that he valued power over being popular and money and getting girls. So he decided to like change with strong people from then on. But yeah, so I mean, this doesn't really prove or disprove if the purple body was his original body or not, but like the other picture I showed recently was like more proof that what was his original body if the purple one was not.
Absolutely. Oh wow. So I wonder who it was that he came across that actually was giving him a run for his money.
Yeah, for real.
That's interesting. It had to have been some type of low level being, but was obviously stronger than whomever he was at that point in time. You know, because obviously
wait. We just all watched that, but I feel like when we just saw what we just saw was his training arc with this move. But did you say that they actually said that this wasn't his original body, or?
Yes. No. It wasn't his original body. The rich kid, that was his first time using it.
No, not the rich kid. Not the rich kid.
yeah, I think I know where you're getting at, and I actually, if it's right, I agree with you. The training arc, I see exactly where you're going with it. I do.
That's
Yeah.
what it feels like when I'm
Yeah.
looking at that.
Yeah. That photo that you originally showed us with Jace and Berta flying in the sky, and then you see Ginyu, kind of mesmerized at this body, and then in the background you see like another body kneeling down. That image that you showed us earlier, does it actually say like that he switched and that this was the original, or is that just like some type of thought?
No, it's not his original, but that was his previous body before the purple one. We known from the Namek saga. That was stated somewhere. I just can't remember where. I'm gonna have to look this up again.
Because I'll be honest with you, the way he looks surprised. And this is why
training gi on too.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying with his look, how he looks so surprised, it could definitely be that they were training, and he's like, maybe that's the first time he probably used it, or he needed to, and he probably switched with someone. You see what I'm saying? And then they switch back. They wanted to see, well, okay, this actually really works. But then again, though, I mean, the guy on the ground, he's like has question marks over his head, and then that body that they have, he keeps. So maybe that wasn't the training arc. Maybe he did switch bodies, bro.
Let's see. According to the drawing by Toyotaro, Ginyu encountered a powerful being of a horned purple species with whom he switched bodies with, gaining his most well-known body. Only a few have seen Ginyu's true form, and Salza is among them. Cooler integrated Ginyu into his armored squadron, and Salza had to fight him for the leadership of the squadron. Frieza got Ginyu to join his army not long after that. So, so I don't think that was training. It was just they were on a mission.
They ran across somebody that was strong.
This dude was way stronger than Ginyu. He's like, yo, fuck you. That body's mine.
Yeah. Okay. That completely throws our training arc under the bus. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I agree with you on it, because they look like, definitely did give me training vibes.
All right. Well, now this will be like the considered the in-between segment. Let's see. I'm gonna address some of the chats. Let's see. Sommer says Salza has been Ginyu's original body, or has seen Ginyu's original body. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember he said that. I thought he said that was his original body. There wasn't that much chats. Let's see. Chino says, "What about Zigor?" Uh, then Chino's my friend. He's just talking shit. I was like, "Who's Zigor?" He's like, "That's how I know you're not a true DB fan." And then he was like, "Oh, Secor is what I meant to say." Do you guys know who Secor is?
Mhm.
Xicor.
Not off the top of my head, no.
I'm gonna
No.
look this up. What's up, Retro Lad? He's asking if we're getting Sparking Zero. Are you guys getting Sparking Zero? I know I am for sure.
I already have it pre-ordered.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, bro. Like, just FYI, Vegeta is gonna be broken, and I've said it before. I've been a Vegeta fan since I knew about Dragon Ball Z. Since the day I met Vegeta and they did their epic Kamehameha Galley Gun Beam Lock, and it took like 2 episodes to see who the fuck was gonna win. The fact that Goku let him go, Vegeta became my guy because I knew at that point in time, yeah, he's gonna be a good guy, and his attitude was just, I don't give a fuck. And you clearly see that in Tournament of Power when he blasts her out of her transformation that she's transforming. Like, why are we waiting for this? No, I am not Goku. You are not transforming. I do not care. Yeah, he's completely broken in Sparking. Just he's broken. He is the broken character right now. I had the honor of doing a little bit of a play test, and yeah, he's broken. He's fucking broken. Jesus.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that C-Core guy is a fan character. I'm gonna say that now. I'll probably get it eventually, but probably not at launch.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm looking at it right, I've seen this character before. That's a fan character.
Oh,
Gotta be.
Secor. That was the Goku Supreme Kai kid, right? Child.
It's like my father Goku, son Goku. I saw like a I think
Wait.
it's a fan manga too.
Yeah, that was a fan theory or something. That's the female Supreme Kai took Goku's genes and made a child with them.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I remember
definitely
that.
fan,
Yep. That's a what if.
yeah. I was gonna say, well, it's sounding like what's the one that they made off of a video game? There's a Dragon Ball Z that they made it's a game. It's a video game in Japan, and
Doing the one with
they-
the cards.
yes, I believe it is that one.
I
They have
forget
like
what it is.
they have like animes on it. It's ridiculous. I saw a few of them. Goku's like mastered Ultra Instinct. He's moving around like an angel. All types of stuff. It's actually pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting.
John, are you getting Sparking Zero?
Yeah. I haven't pre-ordered it or nothing, but it comes out in October, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I think if
Yeah,
you
for sure.
pre-order it,
I'm a-
if you
I
pre-order it, you
might
can get it.
actually, now that I'm hearing this.
3 days earlier. so,
Yes, you get it 3
Oh,
days
yeah?
earlier.
yeah, that's
Oh,
why I
damn,
went
okay.
ahead and did that. Yeah, I think there's like 2 pre-order options. I don't think the second one is worth it, but I think it comes with some other stuff. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna have to now. Shoot, I didn't even know that was an option until like at this point right now.
Yeah, man. Especially if you're a streamer.
Mhm,
Gotta get that done.
Black Gaming Man's in the chat. What's good, bro? And then Retro Lad says he has future projects with different Sparking Zero players and content creators. We got 140 members in a month for Sparking Zero and other fighting games. If we're interested in his Discord community, yeah, sure. Go ahead and post your Discord in the chat. I'll probably join it. It's called. Yeah. Anyone else got anything on that? C-Core or Sparking Zero? All right, I think we can go ahead and move on to the next subject then. I didn't really have a video of this, but I did have like an idea, a debate idea. Um, so who is a more worse father right up until what's it called? Like the sensu bean act, like between Goku and Vegeta. Like for instance, like Vegeta was a pretty bad father. He fought Trunks just so Cell can get his perfect form. He didn't give a damn about Baby Trunks and Bulma when the first androids were introduced and like their ship got blown up. Vegeta went to the androids instead of helping out Trunks and Bulma. And then we all know like Goku would rather train than deal with his kids, and he gave Cell a sensu bean. That's a pretty bad father move. So, what do you guys think? Who's the more worse father at this point between Goku and Vegeta?
I want to start this, and I feel like So, here's the idea. Vegeta's working off the idea of being a Saiyan father, while Goku is an Earthling father. So when you think about like how to be a dad, and this is your background, Vegeta's probably the best father Trunks has ever had. But like Goku giving Cell the sensu bean is just a terrible move, no matter how you look at it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I mean, we're basing it off of human standards, right? You know, Vegeta's the worst every single day of the week. But again, this is a Saiyan child. We didn't get like soft Saiyans until Broly movie. Matter of fact. Anyone else?
Yeah. Let me go ahead and clear my throat for this one. So I'm a dad, and seeing and knowing how these two men operated with their children, it's gonna be crazy. Vegeta, I think, was a better father. Um, he was there more in terms of present,
Mhm.
as where Goku was absent. There had to be you know, Goku left. Goku left his child to be raised by his mom, and that caused Gohan to be weak. Now, you have Vegeta on the other hand, who didn't give a damn. You're gonna train. You're gonna get strong. You have the blood of a Saiyan in you. Vegeta remembered his roots, that they're not humans, they're Saiyans, they're warriors. Yes, his son is half human, so that's understandable, but he's also half Saiyan. So you're gonna have to give him, you know, what you are, and what Vegeta was a warrior. What was Goku? Like seriously, what was Goku? He was not a father. He wasn't father material. um, you can't blame him for what he did and how he acted, because he didn't know any other way. He was a wild man. The wild raised him. You know,
Yeah.
what does he know about raising children? Absolutely nothing. He left Piccolo to do it. At a certain point in time, he told Piccolo, "It's on you. You know, there's nothing else. Hey, you've done it from since then. I was dead. I came back. You're still doing it. You know what, Piccolo? You got it." And he comes back, get Chi-Chi pregnant again, and leaves again. In steps Goten. What? So Vegeta has been there. He's been there. He's trained with his son. He's how many every time you see Bulma acting up some old crazy stuff, where's Vegeta silently standing in a corner with a mean mug on his face? Vegeta has been present. So even by human standards, he's still a good dad. He's been there.
Well,
Now
I'm talking about like up until Cell Saga, like Majin Buu Saga. Yeah, hands down,
Okay.
Goku's definitely the worst one because like Vegeta
Um
trained and took care of Trunks.
Now, if we're talking, you saying you said up until the sensu beans, so we're talking. Okay, wow. I'm still gonna stay free. Vegeta was the better father,
Okay.
regardless of what. Yeah, he's still the better dad. Even with that situation that we had at that point in time, I think Vegeta was just more focused on being a better warrior than Goku because he knew that Goku was stronger than him. So that was just more his focus. Um, at that point in time when it came to his children or his child, it's either you with me or just get the fuck out of my way. You know what I'm saying? So again, Goku was just absent. It just doesn't matter. And then even with that situation, him giving Cell the sensu bean, I mean, that was just like, it's not fair. My son is gonna kick your ass. You feel me? So let me help you out real quick. Um, as a dad, I probably wouldn't have did that. I'd have probably whispered to my son, yo, listen, I want a straight and a hook. He's weak. I'm not giving him shit. Finish this. We gotta go. You feel me? We got stuff to do.
Mm.
Yeah. I think based off of that and how they acted, I would say Vegeta would be the better father, regardless of what. He was just present. Regardless of whether he was ignoring you training, he was present. Because if anything happened, he was there. You see what I'm saying? So it's just Goku was just never there. So it's fucking dead.
I do
Yeah,
want to add this. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Sophie. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I gotta agree. I kind of think Vegeta just is the better father, just in the sense that he's actually there. He's there to, he'll be there to, if anything, like he'll be there to train Trunks instead of having like you were saying earlier, instead of having like Piccolo or someone else kind of train him and take that on. Now, in the sense of like, is he more selfless and will he die to save not only his kid but like the world? Yeah, but that's more Goku style. But I just think in terms of raising a kid and being there and kind of making sure they're gonna be okay, like I want to have more of Vegeta where he's actually there in my life. And yeah, he's like angry at, like, or seemingly angry at me, even though behind the scenes he's kind of like, obviously Vegeta loves him. It just seems like he's more of a better father figure. He's there. He even probably learned better how to be a father from his father, whereas Goku kind of, obviously he's raised by his grandpa, but mostly by like Master Roshi, who obviously, we know how he does. He just after females all the time. So he even kind of had a better learning experience. So he kind of knows how to do more.
Goku was never really.
I was
Oh
gonna-
yeah, I know. I remember you said you had something. Just go ahead.
So I was thinking about like the future Trunks situation, and I feel like until Trunks gets killed by Cell, it doesn't really hit him that that's his son. And it's like I don't think he says that's my baby boy or anything like that. I think that was abridged.
He
But
said
like
that's my
it's like
only
you
son.
don't. Oh yeah, but it's like I feel like until that happens, he knows that it's supposed to be his son, but he's sitting there thinking like, my son's at home. Like he's not in danger. It's whatever. Forget this kid. I know what I was told, but I don't know if that's true or not. Let me focus on myself, whatever. And I feel like there's what is it? Is it cognitive dissonance or something? But I feel like that's what happened with why he treats future Trunks the way he does.
Because he doesn't feel like it's his own son, because he's got his own son like safe at home.
Yeah, like it's like I don't think Vegeta would be quick to believe that that's his future son, just based off his attitude, the way he acts. I don't think he would actually believe that. And so he's been told, he's heard it, and he may take it with a grain of salt. But it's not like if Goku would believe it, or Piccolo or anyone else. I feel like Vegeta would be like, my son's safe at home. Why am I worried about this kid?
For one thing, I wanted to bring up that kind of counters that. I think he felt the same way toward his own son, because like Saiyans, they have this, the strong survive, if you're weak you deserve to die type of thing. So I feel like maybe he was like transitioning out of that into becoming more of a earthling type father. And like at one point, during like when the first two androids were introduced, uh I forget how, but Bulma's ship explodes and he has his son on it, and Vegeta went straight for the androids, and then Trunks saved him and actually confronted Vegeta like, how are you gonna go after them and not save your own like son and wife? And he was like, get out of my way, basically, like, I don't care, type of thing. So I kind of wanted to bring that point up, that like even though it's his, that's what was his real son, he still didn't really give a damn. Like he gave little fucks about it. Anyone got anything?
I mean, I think at that point he was still, gun ho on Prince of All Saiyans, his title, beating Goku, his rival. So, at that point in time, it's not that there was no acknowledgement of his son. It was just there was no acknowledgement of his son's strength. Because remember, Vegeta is completely focused on strength. I need to be the strongest. I need to be the best. I'm the Prince of All Saiyans. His son just wasn't in his view because he wasn't strong enough. So regardless of him even being his son, I don't think it was just more like he just completely just didn't care. It's just like, yo, you're not strong enough. And then which brings me to another point. It was some stuff that also was said earlier about Future Trunks. I remember with that Black Goku saga, there were so many points of admiration. Where you just caught Vegeta being proud of Trunks. There was a moment when he pummeled him, but it was training, and it was an expedited form of training because he had to. So Vegeta didn't hold back. He went blue, and he fucked his son up. I love it, because then Trunks turned around and he was able to harness that power and he grew stronger. And that was the point of it, right? So you go back to the essence of who Vegeta is. He is a Saiyan. He is the prince of all Saiyans. He is a warrior. He will give you what he is. And that's what he did. He admired his son because his son was able to withstand and do X, Y, and Z. And he started seeing his son grow. Going back to that time where you're talking about in terms of the androids, bro, it's just him being a warrior. He don't give a fuck about nothing else except the strong, and if you're not strong, you're not in his line of sight. Does that make him a bad father? No, because he still turns around and he still trains him. He still tries to get him right either way. It's just that at this point in time, you really can't do anything. There are enemies here that have the potential to kill all of us. You're actually just a liability. So in my mind, he's probably thinking, fuck it, if they die, they die. It is what it is. We'll figure it out later. But right now, this is the immediate threat. What if he went to go save them and the androids did some shit and everybody fucking died? Then what?
Yeah.
Then what? If I was Vegeta and I was, pit with that decision, especially in that world, knowing the existence of the Dragon Balls, let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. These 3-4 lives, or the potential of, something that's irreversible. I don't know. That's just my take on it, though.
John, you got anything?
What was the question again? Sorry.
Don't worry, I got. We're talking about like still Vegeta versus Goku, who's a bad dad. Don't worry though. I have a point. So what it sounds like I'm hearing a little bit is that we're holding Goku to a different standard than Vegeta, just because Vegeta was raised on more of the Saiyan side. So since he's got this more ruthless, the strong survive attitude, we're kind of giving him more of a pass a little bit. That's what I feel like I'm hearing here a little bit.
That's crazy.
No,
I feel like go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, for me, it's like even if we judge him on the like Earth standards, Vegeta, in my eyes, is still
Still,
better.
yeah. There, he's present. He doesn't let the green guy raise his kid.
Well, to Goku's defense, he actually sacrificed himself for Raditz to save Gohan in like when Gohan was first introduced, versus Vegeta just went straight for the androids. Like, fuck my son, even though he's about to get exploded.
You got it,
Death is usually what takes them away too. So
Huh? What was that?
I said death is usually what takes them away on
Yeah.
average.
The only thing I will give you guys is Goku leaves for these extended periods and decides not to come back. Like after Namek Saga, he was perfectly alive and fine, and they wanted to wish him back, and Goku was like, "Nah, I'm good. Let me
I'm
take my
good."
time. Let me take my time getting back to you guys."
Oh my lord, that is so true. So what do you want? A dad who's there whenever, I just want to run off and go train. I'll be back. He's gone for like 20 years. Or you want a father that's gonna be like, yo, every day come in the gym. I'm gonna fuck you up. what do you want? What do you want?
An abusive father or an absent father, basically.
Yo, that's crazy, right? Holy smokes.
I do think though, when I think about the fact that he does stay away, it makes me wonder. Like, he just fought Frieza, and if I'm in his situation, I just fought the strongest guy I've ever been. I've never been in this transformation, and if he's possible, could something be worse than him? I mean, there's always a stronger guy. I feel like in some form of way, Goku's mindset was, I need to get more techniques and power in order to deal with the next threat, because there's always going to be something stronger. We do know at some point Goku says to himself, well, they're only coming to Earth to fight me, so let me just stay dead. So I wonder if after the Frieza fight, he starts saying to himself, like, okay, I need to be prepared for the next fight. And yeah, he's away, but you could argue that his fatherliness kicks in and says, I need to be prepared for the next thing.
That's a very good point you got there.
I'm actually gonna jump on the other side of the fence, and kind of ride with you on this one here. There could have been some type of unspoken understanding between fathers. I need to go get stronger, but we also need a guardian. Goku is the strongest out of the entire Z fighters. Who's coming next? Vegeta. Now you have your exceptions, right? We're talking about Majin Buu. We're talking about Broly. Majin Buu, I believe, still has the capability of killing and beating Goku. I don't care what anyone says. Broly is currently undefeated by Goku or Vegeta. Then Goku and Vegeta. If we're gonna talk. If we're gonna talk, merging, okay, fine. But if we're not talking merging, then Broly takes the cake. Now, they have in common their fathers. It's understandable, and I agree with you on this point. Yeah, if Frieza was possible, who else? And that is one of the greatest fatherly things to do. Listen, you're gonna have to accept my absence in order for me to be able to protect you. Because at the end of the day, what would happen, right? Earth would be attacked. Who's standing there at the door waiting? Vegeta and the rest of them, right? This is understandable now. Our kids are here, our family's here, they're attacking Earth, they're trying to fight us. I need to get stronger because we almost didn't make it out of this one. But you too, Vegeta. So he's gonna stay here on Earth. He's gonna do what he's gotta do, however, whenever, wherever. And Goku's doing the same thing. They get attacked. Vegeta's here, Piccolo's here, Krillin's here, Gohan's here. This is until Goku, get your ass over here. We need you. So maybe it's something that's unspoken and understood between them. We have to get stronger. That's it. Whatever the sacrifice, may that be putting my hands on my kid every day, and or just not being here for my kid. Like, We just have to. It's either that or we just get wiped out. So which one do you want? You want the black eye or you want to die? Which one, huh? You pick. If you feel me, that's crazy. I'm so crazy.
Yeah, John, you got anything?
No, I mean that it's kind of tough now that you kind of think about it like that. Yeah, they are always seemingly like there's always another threat coming in, so they do always have to stay training. So it's in a way, it's not really Goku's fault. He's gone all the time. It's just a fact that he is gone. I mean, but at the same time, it's like those times when he can be home, he tries to get out and go do something else. So I can't really defend that too much. When it's like
Yeah.
there's a little bit of peace left, he will still try to go. He's still trying to train. So I can't really defend him too much. I'm gonna still lean Vegeta.
Okay. One thing I wanted to bring up was like, Chi-Chi, for example, didn't want Gohan to fight, and I think Goku just kind of respected Chi-Chi's wishes, and so that's why he had to just sneak away and go train and not spend too much time with Gohan. But if he had his way with Gohan, I think he would take Gohan with him, kind of like the Vegeta route and train Trunks, and take Trunks training with him all over the place.
I would like to see a route where that happens. Like they just do like a anime where Gohan just does actually train with his father all the time. I feel
Yeah.
like I feel like they're close in a sense, but like I feel like that bond would be far stronger than it is, and I feel like Gohan, because you remember like Gohan always slacks off with his training. Yeah, he's got to serve in the real world, that's true, but he's always slacking off in his training. And I feel like if he was from the jump always training with Goku, he would never truly slack off. Of course, again, he's got things he's got to do on Earth too. So it's like, how would he juggle that? That's the better question. But I would like to see a Gohan that's always training with his father
Mm.
and see where that goes.
We did get a small glimpse of it.
Yeah, I was just about to say that we did. Yeah. Yeah.
We got a small glimpse of it in the hyperbolic time chamber. Like
Yep.
we saw how like the fruits of like how well that turned out.
Yep.
Like Vegeta and Trunks, when they trained in the hyperbolic time chamber together, I think Vegeta just kind of like ignored Trunks, cause like I think when Trunks fought his Perfect Cell, he transformed all the way to Super Saiyan Grade 3, where he got even bulkier than Vegeta.
Then
But
Vegeta,
then-
yeah, he was stronger, and Vegeta didn't
Yes.
know. Yep.
But he was slower than Vegeta also.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
Yeah.
like once Perfect Cell told him the secret, like, yo, you're actually slower because of that form. You're stronger than me, yes, but you're slower.
Yeah.
And then Trunks was like, oh damn, like maybe Vegeta already figured this out too. That's why he didn't go any higher. And like that statement there kind of proves the fact that like, yo, they were kind of separate in that training. But you see like cuts to Goku and Vegeta, or Goku and Gohan training. They're always sparring together. Goku's like giving him lessons. He's like actually training Gohan, and Gohan reached all the way to Super Saiyan 2 from base form in just a year. So I think like if they trained throughout like the whole series, like Gohan would not be like touchable like compared to like anybody and like we've seen up until this point.
Mm-hmm.
But even I just want to add to your point, because even more than just that particular moment, you had any point in time that Gohan decided to put his mind to training, he was just a superior warrior.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter. Because there was the Buu saga where there was, some type of minimal training with his father, but that was just because of the situation and with his potential being unlocked. Still, you saw a fighter that surpassed everyone on that current plane. So, the only reason Gohan is how he is because Goku respected Chi-Chi's wishes. That's it. So he can have a human life. Other than that, I believe Gohan would probably be the strongest Saiyan in the series.
I've always
Yes.
wondered if the reason Gohan's a scholar is because his mother wanted him to be.
It is
Like this,
absolutely.
like, because I've never thought he wanted to be a scholar, but because especially when I think of that episode where he's got that teacher and he's kind of bored the whole time, and I always felt like he just doesn't want to be a scholar, but he's just doing it because of his mom.
He wanted to go fight with his dad. That's what it was. That was like the Saiyan part of him yearning for battle and training. You know, but you have to listen to mom. You know, so.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he only did it for his mom. No way he wanted to do that when he was younger.
But isn't that what his father instructed him to do while he was gone? Was to listen to your mother and protect and, you know, train and study hard. It literally was that. Those were the directives, I believe, that his dad gave him before he went off.
Before he died against Cell?
Yeah, I believe so, because that's all Gohan did. He didn't do anything else, even though he wanted. He even snuck training in with Goten. When Goten was alive, because it was still the same thing. You know, listen to your mother, train hard, study hard. And mom didn't really like the fighting too much because you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna run off like your father. That was always the problem. She was always upset about that. So they had to sneak in training.
That is a good
And then she
point.
just started training and go to the.
Yeah, I remember it was like they were sneak training. And they turned like Super Saiyan, and like Gohan was super surprised. Like, oh my god, you turned Super Saiyan already? It's like, yeah. It's like, yo, me and Dad had to struggle for that.
I did see something online. There was like a video I saw. I don't know how true this is, but it's kind of like food for thought. This dude did a YouTube short. I don't remember his name, but he said half Saiyans are actually like really nice people. Like the half Saiyan part in them really takes over their personalities. So they don't really like, in turn it makes them stronger. They can reach Super Saiyan much easier than the rest of the Saiyans, like how we see with like Trunks, Goten, Gohan. But it also makes them not want to be fighters, if that makes sense, because like we also see that in all the like the half Saiyans, Goten, Trunks, Gohan, Pan, Bola. They kind of just like mesh in with society rather than want to train and become stronger. I kind of see that, but I also do see your point too, Pope King, about the whole Gohan does kind of want to train and Goten does sneak to train too.
Yeah, they have to only because of mom. Yeah, I agree with you 110%.
Like, because I mean, I think like, you know, especially when I think about Pan, like GT Pan, like she was ready to scrap at any moment. That was just how she was. And like you said, that Saiyan genes, that energy, bro, it takes them over. It's right then and there. Goten and Trunks, though, when I think about them, I think they like the fight. They certainly went into the tournaments multiple times, but I feel like it's just a matter of they were raised in a way where it's kind of peacetime. You know, Dad's got it. You know, I can play a lot more, and so it's not their environment's not the Saiyan kind of environment versus like Gohan, which more than likely, shoot, I didn't had to fight what I thought was a god at one point in time, Frieza. I didn't have to fight my uncle. I didn't have to fight this dude that's now my friend. You know, I'm ready to go. You know, like,
Gohan got some trauma with him, man.
like, and shoot, and now he's doing what was it? Not Super Saiyan Man.
Great Saiyan Man.
Great Saiyan Man.
Man. Now he got traumatized by getting you, like.
Yeah, he Gohan's got baggage, man. He's been traumatized for real. He's seen his dad die. He's been kidnapped.
Oh god.
He's seen Piccolo die. He's seen death.
Yeah. Seen all the Z fighters die in the Saiyan
all
saga.
Of them.
Did
he ever die? I don't think Gohan's ever died.
He died. He died once in the Buu saga when Kid Buu blew up the planet, and then Goku decided to save Hercule and Dende instead.
That doesn't count. I mean, everybody died. Yeah, man.
He's never been outright killed.
Yeah, that's the thing
Oh,
about
yeah.
it. He's never been outright killed. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking about. Yeah, because he's just been knocked out straight like that. That's tough. I don't know what I would rather.
John, you got anything?
No, nah. I'm pretty much agree with everyone here.
All right. Well, last thoughts on this? Who are you guys sticking with? Like who's the better father between Goku and Vegeta in Cell Saga up until Cell Saga?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Prince of All Saiyans, man.
Yeah, I
feel
gotta
like-
stick with Vegeta myself too. I just feel like it's not enough to save Goku. It's absentee.
I feel like I still want to stick with Goku, but I do understand their points. It does make sense. It's just like I said, him going off makes sense. And besides him dying, like him going off makes a lot of sense to me. Like the warriors of the past going off to fight in another nation. It feels very similar.
I'm gonna go with Vegeta's a worse father. Goku's better, in my eyes at least. We can agree to disagree. All right, I'm gonna go to chats. Sammer says, "Who is a bigger perv, Master Roshi or Elder Kai?"
Ooh.
Roshi just got caught all the time. Like that's just how that is. Like
Mm.
I can see girls any day of the week. Like
I think Elder Kai.
ew.
Yeah, because when
No
you
one
say
would know.
bigger perv, right? Like Roshi's only been able to perv the Earth.
Mhm.
Elder, Elder Kai's on a whole different plane of existence. You know, he's been perving Kai's since Kai's was a thing, man. Oh God.
Good question. I don't know. You said I guess Roshi he does that in person stuff though. Like he'll literally go up to females and touch them and stuff. So I gotta
He
lean
got
to
no
Roshi
shame.
on that.
He really doesn't. Jeez.
Yeah. I think a lot of shit got censored too in America. There's like a lot of shit that wasn't censored that he did.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like I'm just from what I've seen, probably Master Roshi. I haven't really seen too much of what Supreme Kai has done, but I'm going with Roshi.
Yeah, Roshi got the magazines and he got everything pretty much, like in person stuff. Like he can't even be stopped.
Yeah, but remember, man, the Kais can do the little portal thing and see whatever they want.
Oh,
Mm.
that's true.
Roshi, you're saying who's the biggest? You feel me? Like, I'm just saying, Master Roshi's got magazines. That's cool. He's got, Bulma. He'll mess with a little bit. Whomever, it's not a wide variety like the Kais, man. The Kais can wave their hands and just see whatever they want.
All right, so what's the more worst crime? Like peeping Tom or actually touching girls without permission?
Holy shit.
Oh, you know,
I'm gonna pull Roshi. He's a peeping Tom too. Let's not
Oh,
take him.
so
out
that makes him even worse. He's a peeping Tom and he touches girls without
Oh yeah,
permission.
he takes the cake then. Because honestly, I think touching without permission is a lot worse than peeping Tom, because
Oh, yeah.
that's a complete invasion of my physical space, gang. Like, you touching me? No.
Yeah, because I think there's like a time, I think this got censored in America, but there was a chick who was knocked out. I think it was Launch, and what's his name? Roshi actually like poked her boob and stuff, and it like jiggled while she was
yeah,
knocked out.
Mm, that's crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
Roshi's a menace. That's all. Roshi's a menace to society. That's why he's
He
on the island.
is, but only on Earth. Only on
Mhm.
Earth. Only on Earth.
And maybe that's why they banished him to that island away from other women.
That part, yeah.
Man.
Roshi Island is crazy.
What about that pig though?
Oh,
What
yeah.
about that
What about
pig?
that pig? That pig is very peculiar. What's up
Oh
with that
yeah, he
pig?
Well,
was
I feel
pretty
like he's
bad
on the
too.
same level as Roshi.
Yeah.
About Oolong or what?
Yeah, Oolong. He
Oolong.
was pretty bad too.
He was.
Rogue will steal someone's underwear in a hot minute.
Oh my god.
Like,
He had a whole harem of girls too in the beginning.
Mhm.
mhm.
And he could change form, so he could like trick them too.
That's pretty bad. I Am Legend
I feel like
says,
he got violated though when he changed form too, so he kind of got it on both sides.
oh, he got violated him. Oh, he did get violated himself.
He did, yeah. So
He-
I mean,
he had
got
to-
feel it both ways.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying he had to feel it both ways. So I mean, shoot, and he kept going, so he might be worse.
Yeah, I remember that because when Roshi saved, he blew up Ox King's castle. Like in return, he wanted to fill up Bulma, and then Bulma told Oolong, "Hey, transform into me." So it was Oolong that Roshi was actually like filling up on.
That's
Oh,
fucking
dude.
crazy.
That's hilarious. Let's see.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I'm-
way.
I Am Legend says, remember that when Master Roshi shrank and tried to see someone in the bathroom? Yes.
Oh, what? No, for real?
Yeah, that was Bulma, because I think
Yeah,
it was like pre-Red Ribbon Saga and
Ah,
Dragon Ball.
yes, right. Yeah.
They had that shrinking ray or whatever machine, and Roshi was
Mhm.
like, I'm gonna use that to go peep on Bulma. And then yeah, that was that story. Sammer says the airplane accident with Android 18, he nestled his face.
I remember
Nestled
that.
his face.
I
don't
think
remember
I remember that. It's kind of like Uncle Iroh when he like gets hit by that weird. Like, Zuko gets hit by the tongue of that weird beast, and that girl does. So he's like, it's a similar situation to like an accident happened, and he's just gonna take the excuse to do it.
Oh, was this I think was this like Majin Buu saga?
No, when I say Uncle Iroh, I'm thinking of Avatar. Like there was a situation where like he gets stuck by some beast tongue and it causes them to be paralyzed, but he ends up like fondling some girl in the process of doing that. And I think it's like one of those situations where he's like, something's just happened, I'm gonna take this to my advantage, and he's like in this girl's boobs or something, facing into this girl's boobs at the time.
Yeah, I remember that part of your Avatar: Last Airbender, but I'm trying to
a
figure
very
out when this
similar idea.
the airplane accident with Android 18 was, where you nestled
I'm trying to
Android.
figure that out. I remember that episode myself.
See that? Okay, he got a new chat. The airplane fell down and Roshi fell in on Android 18's lap and said those airbags saved his life. Then nestled and grabbed them too. Jeez, yeah. I don't know. In my eyes, Roshi takes the cake, bro.
Yeah, you
mean-
got it, Roshi got it. Roshi got it. Roshi
Girl
got it.
Roper.
She's got it, bro.
I think it's possible Supreme Kai has done worse things, but I haven't seen it yet, so I need to go based on what I've seen, and Roshi's pretty up there.
Yeah, Roshi's got it. He takes it. That's guy.
Alright. So now we'll go into the last segment here. Now we're gonna go into I'm gonna let you guys take the floor. Go ahead and if you guys have a question, go ahead and bring it to light. If anyone wants to go first, go ahead.
Okay. So I've been really thinking about this thing about the we see the Saiyans get the Super Saiyan. We've seen Piccolo get um potential unleashed with like the Shinron boost. And I've been thinking about like, are the humans limited or are they just slower? And I see the androids and I think that seems to be some kind of multiplier. Um but do they have a form or something they can do that would be, so it's kind of a two-part question. Do they have a form or something they can do to enhance themselves like how a Super Saiyan works? Or and do they have a limiter or are they just slower?
Let's see. So you're saying, do they have a limiter or do they have like a form they can access into?
Like, do they have a limiter in a sense like they can't grow past this point, or are they just slower in like growing speed?
Hmm.
I
I
just
think
I
they're.
think we're
Oh, go
like
ahead,
kind of
John.
late. I think we're kind of late to just the whole fighting scene in terms of the other everywhere else out there, because it just seems like to me, because there's other nations and like the Saiyans, for example, they've been fighting for years. Frieza been around. Kind of humans haven't been around for as long as some of the other, at least in my eyes, civilizations. So maybe we just haven't been able to train up enough at that point. But I do think we can. I don't think there's a limit in my sense. I think there could even be other forms that we can change into. Just looking at like Tien, for example, or like
Mhm.
I don't know some of the other fighting styles that go around. I just feel like there is another level that we can achieve, or even like a transformation that we couldn't undergo. We just haven't been able to get there yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same boat too. We're. I think more likely than not we're just slower, but I don't think we're limited, the humans, because uh, I know, for one, uh, just Yamcha getting as strong as Raditz like crazy enough. That's like a world difference from the rest of the humans. I think they can get stronger than that. Like if I'm not mistaken, they're like Tien, Krillin, their power level's probably in the millions by now at least. So I think they can
Mhm.
even get even more stronger. It's just like they're not given a chance to get stronger. Like I don't think Tien ever hit the hyperbolic time chamber. I don't think Yamcha or Krillin has ever hit the hyperbolic time chamber. It's only been like Sans and Piccolo that have done so. Um,
Mhm.
I think if Tien especially, I think if he spends his whole life in the hyperbolic time chamber, he could probably get somewhat as strong as like the Saiyans, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, in
I'm also
terms,
thinking about like 17. Now 17's an android, right? But remember how strong he gets on his island? And it makes me wonder like what exactly is he doing to get that strong, because we know he's got the multiplier of being android, but it's like there's got to be something he's doing. It can't be just he's just sitting there and he's just getting stronger over time. There's got to be something he's doing, because he got to the point of being able to fight Goku. I don't know if it's at max power or not, but he fought him at Super Saiyan Blue at a strong level, and it's making me wonder like, is there something that 17 was doing that even Krillin and Tien are not, besides the multiplayer that he has?
I did watch a video on that. The answer was kind of dumb, but I'll just say it anyways. Uh, so basically, his reasoning why Android 17 got so strong was he used Golden Frieza as an example. Golden Frieza went from Final Form Frieza, Namek Saga, who was weaker than Super Saiyan, and all he had was 4 months to train. Got all the way to Super Saiyan Blue with his Golden Frieza form. Uh, Android 17's been training since the Cell Saga, so like given how much time he had, it's I guess his point was like Frieza had 4 months. 17 had since Cell Saga, so that's why he got so strong. I mean, it's kind of a dumb reasoning because Goku, Vegeta, Gohan been fighting all these universal threats all the way up until this point and only got to this far. So it's kind of weird that Android 17 with just some animals got to Super Saiyan Blue without any like anybody to test his strength. But
And we
that's the
know he
only
can beat the
reasoning.
Cell Juniors
Well,
easily.
but is he's an android, right? And
Hmm.
Hey,
well, what are the pluses to being androids? An unlimited source of
oh
energy,
yeah.
and do they have, because I with the saying, I'm looking at it like they have that special ability that I call improve, which is like after every fight they get stronger once they heal. Do the androids have the same thing but just on a higher level because they're androids?
You talking about the Zenkai boost the Saiyans have?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think that's just specific to the Saiyans.
I mean, Cell has it, but I don't think they have it.
Mm.
But Cell
But
had
then
cells in him as well.
well,
Well,
hold
weren't
on,
the androids
because
developed with? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
they were developed with Cell, right? They were developed with Cell, right? So
Yeah,
wouldn't they have the Saiyan cells?
that's what I'm thinking.
Mm.
Because they knew everything. I mean, Cell was created from obviously all the cells they put together, whatever the case is. The androids are actually androids. They're technically robots that were worked on, but just the 17 and 18 were the most advanced out of all of the ones that were created. Okay, apart from Cell. Cell was top of the line. Um, but at the end of the day, there is something unique about 17 and 18 that if they actually do train, they actually will get stronger. Because now 18 didn't really train like that, but she still entered into the TOP, which was crazy. And I think it was only because 17 was there and the two of them together, they are a deadly duo. Seriously.
Yeah, yeah,
The only reason 18 got eliminated was because of Krillin. We all fucking know that. And if 18 had
yeah.
stayed in there, it would have been 17 and 18 going rampant because they weren't running out of energy. And 17 actually withstood up until the end. He was part of the team that helped beat German.
Hmm.
There is something unique about 17 and 18.
Mm-hmm.
I think 17 and 18, they were experimented on as humans, and but Cell was like kind of like Mewtwo. He was like created from like he's not like a being born naturally. He was actually created with like certain cells put into him, pieced together, because
Mhm.
when like this kind of doesn't really prove the point that that Android 18 and 17 don't have Saiyan cells in them, but like when they try to sense Android 18 and 17, they can't sense them. Versus when they sense Cell, when Cell was first introduced, Gohan was like, "Why do I feel my dad's energy way over there?" And it was Cell.
Mm.
Mm.
So that I do think I don't think the androids have the Zenkai boost versus Cell does because he actually has Saiyan cells in him. I don't really have anything to disprove if the Android 18 and 17 don't have it or not, but I don't think they have it.
It's
I'm more
something
willing to
about
believe that they have a growth stimulant thing in them. Maybe not a Senkai boost or anything, but I'm more willing to believe they have something that allows for growth, and that's their multiplier.
mm.
Kind of like they're always in that state. They can't turn it off. So I could kind of believe that. It's just it makes me wonder like what would it take the other humans to do? What would it require for them to do to be able to have something similar?
Hmm.
Like because we don't see anything like ever. Like I guess maybe Master Roshi's big form, but like that's kind of like grade three,
Hmm.
right? So what would they need to do?
I mean, wasn't what's his name? Okay, we have Krillin, right? Who is a human. Krillin's not special, right? He's not. Namekian. He's not sane. He's not part anything. He's just full 100% human. We also have who was it? Not Tien. Yamcha, who's
Yamcha.
100% human, right?
Yeah.
But they're able to use Kai energy and beam blasts and shit like that. So what, like, how did they get there? What training did they do? Because they're 100% human, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hercule is 100% human, and he can't do that. And he's trained, and he's a martial artist too. Like, let's put Hercule, Yamcha, and Krillin in a room, right? Who's winning?
I'm going with Krillin or Yamcha.
That's Krillin. That's Krillin. It's straight Krillin. Look, let's just go with what is it? Solar Flash. Let's just go with that alone. That's
I
all he
mean,
needs.
but that Wolf Fang Fist is crazy though. Chill out. Come on, man.
I mean, look,
You ain't gonna talk about my man Yamcha like that now. Hold on, yeah, hold on.
it's pretty good at Takachi. I'll give it that. But like, we're talking about like who's gonna run whose pockets.
Man, look, all Krillin Ballhead got is some of the blind you and Destructo Disc. Listen, no, actually,
Bro.
I'm lying because he does have the Kamehameha too. That part.
And
Yeah,
he can
okay.
control it.
Okay, you got it. Hands down. Yeah. Bye, Yamcha. But either way, right? They're all human. So what makes them special? Like, how are they able to harness their chi? And that's
I think
literally it, right?
I think it's just from training with Master Roshi and training with Gohan, fighting universal threats, or not Gohan, Goku, and then fighting universal threats alongside of Goku. Versus like Hercule never had to. He's just been left alone with other humans this whole time. He never had to fight Demon King Piccolo, no Frieza, no Saiyans, Vegeta, Nappa. He never died and went to King Kai and traded with King Kai. Because like Yamcha and Tien did train with King Kai. Krillin went to Namek and got that potential unlock. So
That
they
is true. Holy smokes, I forgot about
hmm
that. Krillin did get his potential unlocked.
So they did have like some good masters and like some good like people that unlock their powers and stuff like that. I think like maybe they can go like to add to answer Seven Ninjas question, like will they get like some stronger forms? I think they can. They just need to go to like different worlds or like go to the afterlife, train with King Kai some more, master that Kaioken, or go to a different Kai and master some different type of form like Kaioken, or get some new potential unlocks from like some other world, and meet some other people like some gurus and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm feeling like right now, it seems to me the regular humans are very technique based and less power. And I'm
Mm.
getting the impression that how they're going to improve, at least now, this is pre Toriyama's death. So at least pre Toriyama's death, I felt like they were going to go the route of technique based fighters. Um, Now I don't know, but I get the impression that like their strength will only really be enhanced, but like how the Kamehameha is like a strength booster. I feel like that's what's going to happen with them. It's just they can't take much. They can't take hits like that, and so it's like something has to change. On your point about the potential unleashed, though, like he already got it unlocked right by Guru, but then we know that Elder Kai has a better version of it. And then we know Shinron can do it, and is Krillin's potential unleashed at Guru? Like, can we say that that is his max, or would we say that he's reached that point and now he's past it, and now he has a higher potential? What do y'all say
Uh,
I'd
about that?
I'd say
uh,
that's his max because he's just a human.
I'm going with no, that wasn't his max, because for instance, Gohan also had his potential unlocked by the Guru, but then he goes to Supreme Kai, the old Kai, and gets another potential unlock. I think his potential unlock was kind of limited by whatever Guru's power like had that he can increase Krillin's power with. So if Krillin went to like a different person, a stronger person than the Guru, then he probably would have gotten a stronger potential unlock.
But then you're also comparing a 100% human to a half sane, half human.
Mm, that's definitely a good point. But uh
I'm
I don't
thinking,
know.
so I'm thinking potential unleashed might be just a matter of limiters, and we could probably, let's say if Krillin did go to Elder Kai, um, what's your point? You got a point there, Pope. But I feel like if Krillin were to go to Elder Kai, I feel like his limiter would be boosted again. For some reason I'm thinking of Saitama, but I feel like there are stages, and
Mm,
the better the unleasher, the better Krillin can get. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I agree with you 110% to be real. Um, I think maybe I was coming from the standpoint of perhaps how far can you get with it, you know?
Hmm.
But then again, I'm still deflated because if it is a stronger guru, then it should be more potential unlocked. It should be
Yeah.
more. It should be more because I mean, even if we jump forward for a second, past Boo, where that Kai unlocked, even you remove more limitations from Gohan, then um when Gohan proceeded further, he gets more potential unlocked. So it's I don't know. That's interesting. I
It's
agree. It's
almost
it's all it's all about the guru. It's all
yeah.
about the guru.
And
It's all about the
it's almost it kind of reminds me of that time when it's like they're trying to break into like the next level of Super Saiyan. And it's like they're right there. And it's almost as if like the potential unlock process basically just removes that whole hurdle. And that's the impression I'm getting from that.
okay.
Uh,
Um,
Yeah.
when it
So
comes to
instead of
like,
training for like 2 years, you just sit there
Yeah.
for like 30 minutes and that's the result that you're getting.
Yeah.
Mm,
yeah, I
I
can
could
agree
agree
with
with
that.
that.
I
Yeah.
think it's like a cheap power up. Like they can just skip the whole training process. Like yeah, I don't think there's a limit on the potential unlock. It's probably limitless. Maybe that's just my theory. It just depends on who's uh unlocking your potential and how long you sit there. Because I'm not sure if Gohan sat there. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But did Gohan like leave early or like because he was getting impatient, or did he actually sit the max time
He
that
had to
Supreme Kai
I think
Kai?
he ended up having to start over, so he had to do it like twice. Second time I think he sat there through the whole thing. Something happened where it disrupted the first time they did it. I think it was twice,
I
if I'm not
remember
mistaken.
I remember like
I thought he
Gohan was
left.
like I think he left early, but I remember Gohan was like pissed off because he was just sitting there waiting with Supreme Kai while Supreme Kai was like, or the old Kai was like reading that dirty magazine, and he was like, "Yo, what's taking so long?" And he powered up, and he was like, "Oh shit, I'm hella strong now." And then that's when he noticed it was actually working. So then he sat longer and kept going with it. Um, but to go back to your question, Seven Ninja, I don't think the humans will have like an innate like power up form like any of the aliens like Zarbon, say like the Saiyans. They'll just have to like go to like other worlds for potential unlocks and like or die and like train with some Kais or something.
It might be like how Jiren works. Because Jiren just he just gets like amped up pretty much.
Mm.
And we don't really know what their potential is, but I feel like it's like most other races, it's just a matter of like, you know what it probably is? Because we talked about this last DBZ podcast, how like the Namekians of Universe 8, I think, how they were weaker than Piccolo. And
Mm.
I feel like that's probably what it's really gonna take. And Krillin's more of a family man now than he used to be. And so it's believable that he's weaker based off of that. He's not gonna be no Goku, obviously. But I feel like if he were to have focused a lot more, he'd be far stronger than he is now. So, mm, I don't know.
You got some good points. I think not Goku. Krillin got somewhat strong during the Tournament Power arc because he had Android 18 also to train with, possibly, who's like definitely
Yeah,
above Super Saiyan level. So he had a decent training partner. I'll just put it like that.
yeah, he does. And she's still gonna keep him going anyway,
Mm-hmm.
which is good to see. Um, I got another debate topic.
Yeah, Pup, you got anything?
No, no, man. I do not. I do not. You guys' points have been beautiful. I don't got nothing, man. No.
Okay, good. John said he had to take off. He like texted me like a couple minutes prior, but damn, we should have started with him for like if he had a question or not. But Pope, do you have a question by any chance?
That's a topic you want to talk about.
Yeah, yes. I've been curious about certain directions they took with Broly. And my question is simply this. Why haven't we gotten a Broly situation where he's actually controlled himself? Why are we going in that direction now? I feel like if we had Broly for TOP,
Mm.
you know, that would have just
Mm.
been a completely different situation. So my question is simple. Um, why haven't we got our hands on Broly and trained him? We know Broly existed.
Hmm.
I feel your question
Uh,
is why did it take after Tournament of Power for them to bring up Broly? Why did they bring Broly before all this? Is that what you're saying?
Because he's just been an enemy. And I mean it's always like an enemy and all of these enemies that we meet, right? Look at Piccolo, look at Vegeta, you know, he didn't want to these guys didn't die. Not necessarily like Goku didn't want to kill them. I know Vegeta he didn't want to kill, but it's like even and I believe this was after TOP when they brought Broly in Super, you know. And I
Mm.
think that's when they fought because was it before Top or was it after? I think it was right after Top that they had the Broly movie
yes.
I think
where
it's
like
right after Top.
it was right after Top, right? Why couldn't we
Yeah.
get that before Top?
Well,
Mm.
why did we get Majin Buu inside the Tournament of Power? you know?
That part too. That's an even better fucking question. Why Krillin? Get the fuck out of here. Why Krillin? Why would you develop the story that Krillin would go to TOP instead of Majin Buu? Why couldn't we have Broly in fucking TOP? Was it because it would be too overpowered? Because technically I think it would.
Yeah,
I think
probably.
I'm gonna take the route of like, all right, so Toriyama, from what I was seeing like about him, he's kind of a prankster a little bit, and so he
Mm.
wanted to kind of tease us with like, well, you could have had Majin Buu. Look at the skinny Majin Buu. You know you want him. But then he was just like, "Let me take that away from you real quick. Here's Krillin," and it's kind of like, in some form of way, it was talked about how like he isn't the biggest fan of like how he had to go away from his comedy roots and be focused inside of his battle manga roots.
Mm.
Um, there's a talk about that, and I think that probably what happened was is that he probably wanted to be a Majin Buu. He probably thought like the populace would have loved to have it, but it's just kind of like it would have been more comedy esque, and he knows that his fan base is not like comedy like that.
But
I
That's a
think
very
that's
good
Majin
probably
point.
what happened.
but Majin Buu was well, so what are you saying? Like Majin Buu is too much of a comical character?
I
No,
feel
he
Like
like
took
it
him
was
that is
out
too
for
probably
comedy
why he doesn't
reasons.
go that way.
He
Yeah,
but
took
there
him
I
were
out
feel
for
like that's
comedy
probably why.
reasons.
you said for comedy reasons?
Yeah, he took him
Yeah,
out for comedy reasons because it's like, yo, Majin Buu can't go. He's asleep. What? He's asleep. The fuck, wake his ass up, you know? And it's like, nah, I can't. When he gets like this, he's always knocked out forever. So that part itself is kind of comedy, at least in my eyes.
No, yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that. Yeah.
Like it was specifically they all like the one thing I kept hearing a lot was is that like he wanted to go back to his comedy roots, and it's
Mm.
just the fan base just didn't like that, and so he just kind of stopped doing that altogether, and so that's probably the exact reason we just didn't get Majin Buu. Um, but in worldwide, I don't know.
I think they didn't bring up Brawly until after Tournament Power. Cause like this is like one thing that was like kind of annoyed me was like of all the strong fighters they got in the whole universe, the only ones they could find is on Earth. Like they couldn't like Frieza was like another like he's a different part of the universe, not on Earth. Like I'm pretty sure there's more universal threats on in the universe that they could have picked up. Like but like Broly, for instance, if they searched hard enough, they could have found him.
They could
But
have found bro.
yeah, exactly. He's
They
in the
could have.
universe.
That part
So
about it.
um,
And it's
I,
and it's not like it was a different universe.
mm-hmm.
It was that universe. They could have found Broly, bro. They could have.
So like it
I
just kind of
I
bugged
feel like
me.
he's a
Oh god.
I feel like he's a wild card, and on the one hand, I don't think Goku would have known his energy anyway. Like I feel like Goku has to know them first before he could say like this is that energy. But even then, Broly's a wild card. Like you can't kill in in that tournament, right? And so Broly would have killed 90% of the things there. We could tell Kale was going to go that route. Truth be told, if like Jiren didn't stop her, but Broly's a way bigger menace than Kale ever
Then
would be.
Kale. Yeah.
So I feel like that's probably part of the reason. Um, but again, I think it's kind of more like, who do we know that's strong right now, that's been training, that's been at it? Who can we trust to actually do the job well? And you remember, he passes over Yamcha, so it's probably people he can trust that's actually been at it. And he just
Well,
didn't
oh
want
go
to
ahead.
go with Frieza, but Frieza was the best choice.
I kind of want to say you can say the same thing about Frieza being a wild card, and it was kind of proven throughout the Tournament of Power that Frieza was like kind of thinking about flipping sides and stuff. So like with the whole, I think it was Frieza and Frost, or Frieza was plotting with Frost of possibly joining, and then they kind of had this fake uh Frieza and Frost versus Gohan fight. And if Gohan didn't figure it out that Frieza was pulling his punches, he was gonna actually side with Frost and ended up killing Gohan and joining Universe 6. Uh, so I feel like if like they trusted Frieza, they can definitely at least somewhat use Brawly, like like maybe like keep Brawly out of sight and like keep him away until let's say they meet someone like Jiren. All right, Broly, go kill him. Like we'll use this chance to go talk like if you got one chance to like prove like to like kill someone and get kicked out of the tournament, it's got to be someone like Jiren, you know. That's my take on it. They should bring him. I just think for story elements they didn't bring him in.
I think it's more of a matter of the devil you know. And like Frieza is the kind of person he's smart. He understands like, okay, I can't kill these people. Like he can understand that rule. He's probably not gonna try Beerus, and he knows there are things stronger than Beerus. Like to me, I feel like Frieza is more likely to follow the rules than Broly would. Broly's a loose cannon on the idea that once he gets too powerful, he's just lost it. I mean, if we were talking about like Z Broly, that might be a different story. I feel like he could probably
God.
hold that in a little more. But like Super Broly is just probably would have lost it. And so in that case, I feel like Frieza would have been the best option because again, he's not about to try Beerus. It's not happening. And he knows things are greater than Beerus. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Huh? Uh,
Nope.
No, I don't got nothing for you, gang. I
yeah,
don't
I
got
don't really
nothing for
have
you, man.
nothing either.
Yeah.
I just feel like there should be more powerful universe people in whatever universe Goku's in. They like, especially since Beerus and Whis, like they have the power to, like, they got that fish that tells fortunes that searched out this Super Saiyan God for Beerus to fight. Like they should be able to find other people in the universe that should be at least Goku's level or something like that that can help him out in the tournament of power. I find it weird that of all the fighters in the universe, like, I think only one was not of Earth.
I think another thing we can probably look at is, well, you've seen Moro now, and I feel like Moro would not have
Hmm.
happened. I feel like he's too much of a problem overall. I feel like Beerus is probably thinking about who are the good-natured, trying to save the universe people that I can trust. And so Beerus is probably considering that as well. But I'm also thinking, like, if I lived in a world and I knew about Frieza and I knew about Beerus, because Beerus is a destroyer, I'm gonna destroy half your planet. Okay, sure. And then Frieza's like, well, I'm just gonna take this planet over. Try me if you will. I'll destroy it. And so I think, like, you kind of think of a pressing force constantly in the area. Everyone knows Frieza. I mean, the Earthlings didn't, but I think Silver said we're kind of late to the party. So like, yeah, like they probably didn't know, but hey, everyone else probably knows Frieza and they're scared of them, and so it keeps them lower based on that idea alone.
That's a good point.
Hmm.
Uh, I, damn. Yeah, that is a good point. But uh, if let's say that is the case, then right, then why is there a Moro? Like, Moro is also in this universe. He could have easily taken Frieza out. Like
Hmm.
whatever planet Frieza was on, if they happen to collide planets at once, or paths at one point, and like Moro is obviously weaker. Well, all right, well, screw you. I'm gonna take this planet's energy and destroy you then.
I think Moro's an ancient enemy, and
Oh
so
yeah.
probably older than Frieza. And it's also possible that Frieza just never met him, in a sense, like because space is a pretty big place, so
Yeah.
that could be also playing a role. But I feel like yeah, Moro's an ancient enemy, and I don't know I forgot who put him up in there, but that's probably what happened.
Hmm.
The Kais. It was one of the Kais.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. Yeah, it was the fat guy that the fat boo absorbed that put him into that prison. Took his energy and sealed him away.
Yeah.
Uh, One thing I wanted to bring up, I don't really have anything on that, but like, why was choosing the tournament people up to Goku? Like, why isn't it up to Beerus and Whis? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Goku only has a limited knowledge of who's strong and whatnot, versus Beerus has traveled planet to planet and destroyed planet to planet, or not destroyed them, up to him. Like, I feel like he could have pick these people. Like, he should have, like, had a wider range of knowledge on who's actually strong enough to join this tournament, and who would be, he would have like a better knowledge of who, like, what the competition is, and on other universes, and like be more prepared, bring people in.
That is a good point.
Um, I'll go again if you want. Um, I feel like it's one of those situations where so in back when I used to play some of the sports games, there were like teams where you would have like all the all stars on one team, and like they wouldn't really play well together, but they're the best at what they do. And so if you had a lot of really strong fighters, but they couldn't fight well together, that could easily get you thrown out of the tournament easily because you just don't gel together. So what more than likely happened was he said, "Okay, well, I trust Goku, and I have seen some power from some of these people. let Goku do this because he's worked with these people before, and I'll probably get a better team out of that alone. Again, he knows a lot of people, but when I think about who Beerus is, this guy sleeps for like thousands of years. Um, it wouldn't surprise me that that's probably what happened.
Okay, so you're saying Goku's got like this knowledge. He's like the leader of the pack. Let him pick the team because he's like obviously the strongest one, and like everyone else will kind of serve under him and like be a unison team.
hmm There's team chemistry all through that.
A
Oh,
little
okay.
bit.
Okay. Well, let me just throw this monkey wrench in for a second, right? Team chemistry,
hmm
but yet as soon as they said start, there was no damn chemistry. Everybody went off. Vegeta went left. Goku went right. Goku saw somebody over here was strong. He wanted to get to squabbling. Android 18 and 17 go. They went about their business. So they absolutely there was no teamwork. The only teamwork we had was Piccolo and Gohan, Master Roshi, and who else? Just all the weak people, Krillin. All the weak people hung out together and formed a little group, protect ourselves. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Goku went right, Vegeta went up, Android went left. Listen, man. Honestly, I think Beerus should have been a little bit more involved. Uh, and go find some other people, unless these mortals have proven themselves, because Super Saiyan Blue technically was on the level of a god. And what stronger being was there than a god? And we're talking
hmm
about a destroyer, not the angel, the destroyer. You see what I'm saying? And Goku
hmm
was technically on the path of rivaling Beerus. Seriously, he was. Um, I think at that point in time, if I was Beerus, I would just trust Goku, because now you have someone who is damn near rivaling my power, and he's bringing another one like him, aka the Prince of Saiyans, who damn near is rivaling his power. And then you've got his son, who's a half Saiyan, half human, who, as we see later on, gets beast mode. Okay, so these guys are they're pretty strong. They're pretty. There's three fighters right here, right now. That's pretty strong. You know, we had a shot at Boo. I can't understand why. This just doesn't make any goddamn sense. Okay, fine. We've got two androids, unlimited energy. Let's not forget that. Unlimited. They don't tire. They don't get tired at all. So whilst everyone else is using their energy, they're getting tired, they might have to try to figure out how to conserve, reserve, meditate, whatever. These guys don't have to. It's an unlimited supply. Like, I feel like 17 plus 18 plus Goku is an unlimited spirit bomb. Why are you playing with me? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm honestly, when you think about it, like, seriously, if they have some type of setup or something in the game or something like that, you will catch me hitting you with a spirit bomb over and over, because it should work like that. 17 and 18 have unlimited energy. Goku need energy. 17 and 18, put your hands up and stop playing with me. Let me get it all. You don't run out. Stop being greedy. That's all I'm saying. And they said that in the Tournament of Power. You can have all of our energy, no problem. They were happy to give it to him, happy, because they knew it's unlimited. That's all I'm saying.
Mm.
So, given this argument that Goku can just spam Spirit Bomb with 18 and 17, wouldn't that be reason enough to not really need Broly in Tournament of Power arc?
Only because it takes too long, and Jiren just showed us that, yeah, you gotta come different, homie. So yeah, we might need the extra muscle. Like, it's definitely, a great theory, because I mean, like, why wouldn't it? It just makes sense, because I mean, one plus one makes two, right? So we have two individuals that have an unlimited source of energy, and we have an individual whose ultimate moves uh requires energy exponentially. So shit. I don't get it. Why would I not equip my lightsaber with an unlimited source? What do you
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah. On one end, they did barely escape the win again in the tournament. Uh,
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
other end, like I don't know, maybe they just didn't think that they were gonna encounter someone as strong as Jiren. That's my only take, because I think if I'm not mistaken, the rest of the universe was kind of like a cakewalk. It was really just Jiren and the other guy, Topo, I think his name is, the dude with the
Yeah,
mustache.
yeah, yeah. That was they were the only ones that actually I think would have given the Z Fighters a run for their money, which surprisingly was crazy. So you mean to tell
Mhm.
me all of these other motherfuckers are that weak, bro? Like what? Like seriously, bro? Like really? We really got it like that? Say okay, fine, fine.
Man, it's like it is it's very wild to me. Again, I'm thinking about again about those Namekians. It's like it took a whole planet. Y'all still got washed.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
but y'all don't fight like that. I mean, worst y'all got is Hit, right? And Hit's not going just after anybody.
Nah,
Like,
Hit was a problem, bro.
Yeah,
Oh
he was
man.
good.
It was a problem. Hit was a problem. I
Yeah,
don't know.
Hit was like as strong as, I don't know. Was he stronger
I don't
than?
know. It wasn't strength, it was his techniques and his ability to use his techniques. That
mhm.
was he has no strength. He has no strength. He is straight technique. That is it. There's no strength to him.
Well, like not really strong, but like was he? Because was he Super Saiyan Blue level or Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken level? Because I remember
Out.
Goku had to whip out Kaioken Blue the first fight,
Mhm.
but the second fight, I don't think Goku used Kaioken Blue, and he defeated Hit when he hired Hit to put the to kill him.
That was more
when
of oh go ahead, bro.
when Hit takes his hands out of his pockets, we know he's ready to scrap. So I would say that I think I think it's he probably does have some power. But you said, is it Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken in the second fight? Um, I think yeah, but I don't think what he was trying to do was try to fight him per se. I think he was trying to see, can I beat that time skip, and I want to see what full power Hit looks like. And so I think his real goal is to break that skip ability.
Mhm. Yep. I think I can agree with that because once again, um, Goku was explained his personality as a martial artist. So why would he not take that route? He came up against
Mm,
an enemy that has a quite a unique technique. Very unique. I don't think we've ever
mm,
encountered anyone with a technique like Hit or even an individual like Hit in general. And just being how Goku is, he would definitely go those lengths just to figure out how can I beat this. Let me see him
mm,
at his strongest because that's what Goku likes.
Hmm.
Like you said, he likes to fight. He's a martial artist. He wants to
mm,
test his metal against your steel.
Mm, yeah, definitely. Cause like in the first like universe versus universe tournament, Hit was limited because he couldn't kill Goku. So Goku wanted
Mhm.
to fight him again at full strength to see if like Hit can actually kill him. And then so he hired Hit to kill him. And I can't
He
remember
did
if
kill him.
Goku, yeah, he did kill him, but
Yeah.
then he shot up that blast to revive him.
Because he
Like
knew, yeah, he knew he was gonna die. Goku knew because
mm-hmm.
hit can kill Goku because of the technique. That's really what it is. So Goku used a cheat. With him knowing that Hit was gonna kill him, he had to prepare something, and it was pure luck. And he said it. It was luck. He shot the key blast up into the sky in hopes that it would come down and do exactly what it would do, which was to revive him. Because
Mm-hmm.
he knew Hit was gonna kill him, and Hit killed him. That's crazy. It's crazy.
But I guess my question
Man.
is, so, uh, did Goku like hit Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken in that second fight with Hit? Like, cause was Hit really a threat like Topo and Jiren was in the actual big tournament of power arc?
Again, he was limited.
Because he couldn't
And
kill.
so I get the impression
Mhm.
that like if Hit was able to kill,
They would have won.
it's hard to say. It's hard to say on Jiren. But Topo, I think he could have killed Topo. But it's hard to say on Jiren. And the only reason I say that is that if you guys remember, there's a scene where Hit teleports all the way into like some guy's office and kills him, and they have no clue what happened. And so I get the impression that he could do that at any point to anybody. It's kind of like that situation where Krillin throws that rock and hits Goku in the head. Like it hurt a lot, right? Well, he's not. When you're not prepared for an attack, how do you defend against it? And so maybe not Jiren, but it would have been a menace to the whole area.
Hmm.
It would have dominated.
Yeah, he would have wiped out a lot of the lower level teams, I think, by himself
Hmm.
because he has that ability. And look who his teammates were, three Saiyans. That's crazy. That all had the ability and potential to hit Super Saiyan 2. And they had their
Man.
special their earrings. That yes.
Hmm.
Yes. Formidable. If Hit was allowed to kill, that would have been. But honestly, I think if no, let's really talk about this because if they were allowed to kill in TOP, seriously, seriously, Jiren would have just blasted everyone. That just would have been it, and I don't think anyone would have been able to withstand it, being that Goku had not unlocked UI, which was the only thing that stood against Jiren. So let's just be real for a second. If they were able to kill, Hit would have been gone. It would have been over. Jin would have sent one blast because look at how strong he was in general. And Goku Blue with Kaioken couldn't even do anything against Jiren, and Jiren wasn't even full power. Jiren wasn't full power. See
I
now
think it
then,
really would be a race of I think it would have been a race of Hit versus Jiren at that point. I really think that would have been what it is. But like you said, I mean, Jiren could have killed
kill
everybody right
anyone.
then and there.
I mean, if Hit
But
if
I
Hit
really
had
think it'd been a race there.
if Hit had attacked Jiren, okay, let's really talk about this in depth. Let's say, okay, boom, tournament of power starts, boom, first 2 seconds off rip, Hit jumps on Jiren, right? We
Hmm.
saw what happened though when Hit went for Jiren's blindside. And the angel said it. He truly is a magnificent warrior because most warriors, they're open on their blind side after what? Defeating an enemy. And that's exactly what he just did. He just defeated Goku. So he was just completely 100% in that moment and Hit attacked, being the assassin he was. And what happened? Jiren caught him
Man,
immediately, called him out too. You see what I'm saying? So let's just say, boom, first 2 seconds of the tournament of power, Hit goes straight for Jiren. It wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have
I
worked.
see,
Even
I
in the
see
most
that, and I feel
vulnerable moment, he was still able to defend himself from an attack. And if the first 2 seconds of the tournament of power couldn't have been his most vulnerable moment, there was no way Hit was going to be able to get anything else. Hit would have been the first one to die.
I see that, but my only problem is that there's a line between. I'll say it like this: Batman's more deadly when he kills, right? Obviously, because he's killing, but he's more harder to fight. No, how do I put that? It takes to be a better fighter to hold back, right? And so, but in this case for Hit, when if he's able to cross that line, that's when he's more effective. We've seen that before. So when you bring a character like Hit into another tournament where you're saying, okay, you got to hold back again. You can't really go into it like you were before. I wonder if the opening moments between if Hit was able to kill, I actually honestly I'm still saying he would have given Jiren some trouble there. Because he's able to kill at this point. He's finally able to do it. Jiren has no time to react. He has no time to do anything. Goku only was able to break out of it because he knew about it. But how do you do something about something if you don't know it's there?
But
You
that
get what I
that
mean?
true. That is true. But then at the same time, what ability would he have used to try to kill Jiren? Let's say in the beginning of TOP. And I'm telling you, I mean, if they were able to kill, we're talking about Jiren. Okay, we're
Mm,
talking about Jiren that nothing worked against. Nothing worked against him. Nothing. Nothing at all. There was nothing that they threw that actually did anything to him. And after he beat on Goku, he meditated. There's
mhm,
nothing that Hit could there. I hear what you're saying. If he was able to, because giving Hit the ability to kill is unleashing a monster, a complete monster that can probably dominate Broly and Kale in Berserker
mhm,
mode at the same time. I'll give Hit that, but we're talking about Jiren, who's on a completely different level, who broke the barriers of being a destroyer. He technically did that. Technically broke the barriers of being a destroyer.
mhm,
In his final bout with Goku in UI. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think
mhm,
Hit really stood a chance. Even if Hit did unleash his most deadly attack in that instance, we're still talking about Jiren that has the ability to deal with it. He does. I couldn't see anything stopping Jiren, and I mean that's just me.
mhm,
You know, I think Jiren is just on a different level, on a completely different level. He's like a
mhm,
controlled berserker Broly, if that makes sense. Like that berserker Broly that we know, like the height of Broly's madness in Super was the last instant, right before we whisked him away. Oh no, right before the Dragon Balls whisked him away. He actually was about to die, to be honest with
Mm,
you.
yeah.
That was the height of his power. That's as strong as I've ever seen Broly. You take that, and I believe that is German.
mm,
You see what I'm saying? That type of power. That's what we're talking about because it took them merging and going blue in order to handle him. And it was we gonna get you up out of here because the first few moves weren't really doing anything. He was still tripping. Remember that he was
Mhm,
getting beat on. They were beating on him, and it wasn't stopping him. And so he was gonna kill him. That's the
mhm,
reality. I don't know if people really understood that about that movie. Broly was about to die because there
mhm,
was nothing that was being thrown at him that was stopping him. It was just enraging him, which was making him stronger. A enemy like Broly, you gotta kill. It ain't just a fight. You have to kill him. He's just gonna keep getting
mhm,
stronger and stronger and stronger, right? So we take that and we put it into German, and you're saying that's what versus Hit is control though. This is rage under control. You're not beating that. He's focused, and his counterattack is going to kill you. That's just it. There's
mhm,
nothing else to talk about. If we're talking about giving these warriors the opportunity to kill in a fight, Jaren is taking the cake. I know. I think Hit would be second
mhm,
because Hit can get you up out of there instantly. But I think Jaren, just because of what he displayed in TOP, he's blocking, deflecting whatever hits thrown at him, and he's breaking his head in.
I think I do remember that fight Hit versus Jiren. It was a pretty good struggle. Like a lot better of a struggle than Goku versus Jiren for sure. But I also do agree with you about the whole Jiren being way stronger. Like he's like a controlled Broly, and that Broly was going to die because that was like Gogeta's only like last resort. Because he
Hmm.
was just enraged. Um,
Hmm.
and I
You
think
couldn't
even
stop
like
it.
that green chick like was like even scared, like, yo, he's actually gonna die. We gotta wish him away, type of thing.
Yeah. Hmm. because either way, his rage was gonna just destroy everything. So he had to die. There was no
Mm-hmm.
other option.
Mm.
I will say Topo also, if killing was an option in the tournament power, Topo had the power of the destroyer, so he had the Hakai can also kill people.
He
Uh
That
had to
is
accept it
true.
though.
yeah, he hadn't accepted it yet until like he had that last bout with Vegeta. So I think what like
But
if he
I
was
don't know if
to
we can
come
count that yet.
but technically he would have been eliminated. He would have been disqualified because he went destroyer mode and his Hakai had the ability to kill and he was
hmm
firing it.
that's true. Um I will say also like if Hit did was able to kill and like at the beginning just went straight for Jiren, I don't think he had knowledge of Jiren yet. Cause I think it was only Goku, Gohan, and Fat Boo had knowledge of Jiren because they went to that little pre-tournament against the Wolves and Topo
Mhm.
fought Goku and then like after that little fight like Topo was like, yo, there's actually someone stronger than me. And then like so Goku
Mhm.
was like the only one who kind of really knew about Jiren. So Hit didn't really know about him yet. So I don't think if he was able to kill, I don't think Hit would have known who was this person that was stronger than Goku. Like who else do I have to worry about here?
Mm.
Um, but I do want to add basically I was bringing up like Hit because like I was trying to gauge if Hit was even a threat versus like Topo and Jiren, and basically what you guys are telling me like is he was a threat, so there was a need to bring in Broly if they could find him at this time. Um, yeah, I think just for story elements, like they saved Broly for later just to give some more future problems to write about, draw, animate stuff, but
Yeah, true.
in terms of like reality wise they definitely should have brought him in. Like they need someone like because they barely want like escape this tournament with skins of their teeth and shit, you know. So
But that was really only because of like Jaren, to be honest with you, because like
mhm,
they really did step on everyone else. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm.
And they really didn't even expend that much energy. Like realize like honestly, when you think about it, these guys were super weak because we have two individuals that have the ability to go to the power of the gods, right? They're
Mm.
not doing it. They're nerfing themselves. So what? Like, wait a minute.
Mm.
Any fight you saw Goku and Vegeta engage in and they weren't in blue form, they were nerfing themselves. Seriously.
yeah, I agree with that.
Goku was trying to find new techniques. That's all he was doing. He was shopping.
Goku out here training. He training in a tournament of power. Imagine.
Matter of fact, he was teaching out there too.
Yeah, he takes Kill and Khalifa and what's his name? And they get to
Kevin.
training and shit. Kakalba, yeah, they get to training. Yeah, you can do it. Come on, feel a little tingly in your back. What?
Mm.
Oh man,
Nah, I
Goku
think
is.
we brought it up earlier. It's like Goku's flaw. He always wants to like prolong the fights, like get the
Mhm.
best possible fight. Oh, you can handle my base form? All right, Super Saiyan. Oh, you can handle my Super Saiyan? All right, Super Saiyan 2, you know.
That's
So he's
crazy.
just having fun even then like when his own universe is at stake.
That part. His life is at stake, his family. No, it's all right. We're training. We'll be fine. Seriously?
Mm-mm.
uh,
Man.
that's basically what I got on the whole why wasn't Brawley brought in earlier? Just for story elements. But on a reality scale, if it was like they should have brought him in, like Beerus and we should have been able to sense him. There was plenty enough threats
Mm,
to bring in Broly.
I also want to say on that point. Remember that the only reason they know about Broly really is because Frieza brought him to Earth. So we could
Mm,
probably argue that like for a period of time, Beerus was probably like it's just some Saiyans over there. Like they don't really mean nothing to him, and he knows where a Super Saiyan God is. I could see them. I could see. Actually, I don't even think Whis would have brought it up. Matter of fact, just because Beerus doesn't actually act. actively ask for him. He's asking for Goku. He's talking about Goku and his group, but he doesn't really. Whis doesn't really go out of his way to say anything unless he's asked. So
That's
Whis
true
probably would
too.
never say
Yeah.
anything. Beerus would have had to ask, but I would argue that Beerus doesn't really sense energy like that. At least we've never seen him do it, as far as I'm aware. And so it's really all memory for Beerus. And if he doesn't know Broly, and no one knows who Broly is, like I said about Goku with instant transmission, he has to know the energy to be able to go there. And afterwards, oh, you could just call me Kakarot. Like he knows them now.
Mm.
So I think that plays a role.
I don't think he needs to know the energy, cause like but since you got me reading the super manga, remember when he tries to sense out Moro for the first time to transport to him? Moro's like,
Mm.
"Ah, you found me," and he's like, "Oh shit!" So he stopped. He stopped trying to instant transmission to him. So,
Oh,
and he's never met Moro up until this point. He just needs to find this energy and lock onto it.
well, and still in that case, he's still having to, actively sense out for something to know or to find. And
Yes,
so
yes.
beforehand, he has no knowledge of it. So it's just kind of like, oh, well, here's the energy, but I'm going to a tournament of power where the universe is at stake. Maybe I don't go with something I don't know. That could have been just like a random beast, like a living form of Chiron that's just moving around all the time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I could
Um,
agree.
I don't know. I felt like Goku could have just searched harder. Like he could have easily spent like he had I don't know how much time, like 10 days, a week. He could have spent like at least one day searching the whole like the whole universe for some strong energy.
I think the
Yeah,
better question is, why do we only see strong people from Earth?
exactly. That's my point.
Like,
Like,
why is there no fights? Why is there no like, why is there not another Frieza somewhere else? Like,
mm-hmm,
what's up with that? Like, it's always just Earth.
mm-hmm,
I guess part of that's just like this is our point of view as the viewer, but like you would think that Beerus would have ran some trouble somewhere else, or he would have seen some. Well, Beerus would have just killed it anyway. So we can't even really say that. But the real question really is like, why don't we ever see anything other than just Earth problems?
mm-hmm. Especially since Vegeta came from outside of Earth. They know about Frieza coming from outside of Earth. They could have easily been like, yo, why are we looking at Krillin, Yamcha, Roshi, like
Or
Tien? Like,
or how
there's other
about this?
people.
How about Barry's going back to his home planet and getting whomever other warriors could have been there? Because I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Bears is from somewhere, and he has to be from that universe because he's the destroyer of that universe. You see what I'm saying? So where the
Mm-hmm.
hell did he come from? Why couldn't he just be like, yo, listen, I need about 6 of y'all. Not now, but right now. Let me get the strongest that we have. Um, and let's roll. Because I mean, he's strong enough to become a destroyer,
Mm-hmm.
and be on that level. I'm pretty sure anyone weaker than him is definitely gonna be in the realm of Goku and Vegeta. Like, come on.
I wonder if his planet's even still there, or like his people have like eroded. Because I'm thinking about like the fact that Beerus is immortal, and the only one he knows is he really talks about is Champa. Like, is it a situation of there are the only two left?
Mm.
Because he doesn't really talk about it at all, and he
But
kind of
isn't
sleeps most of the time.
Champa's in a whole nother he's in a whole nother universe,
Universe.
right? Yeah.
And that's his brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but his brother's a destroyer in another universe.
Mm-hmm.
He probably
So are they from
well,
the
I think
same
they could travel
universe and
over,
then he went to another universe to become a destroyer?
Think they were just put
with
in
their
charge of
rivalry.
like universes.
Mm.
With their rivalry, I could actually believe that he would have done that. Because they're always bickering about who has the better thing. So it wouldn't surprise me if Champa became a god of destruction for that very reason.
Mm.
Mm. That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it probably should be a good time to wrap it up. We're reaching that 3 hour mark. Uh, I'm just gonna go over chats a little bit. One guy actually had some good questions. Is King Cold in his first or second form? I think it's his first
When?
form. Huh?
When though?
Frieza's
Because we
similar
saw him
form.
a couple of times.
I'm thinking like both times we see him because we saw him once when Trunks sliced him up and destroyed him, and then we saw him a second time in that Broly movie when he introduces Frieza as the Saiyans, the planet Vegeta's new ruler.
Mm.
Uh, so I think he's in his first form. He's just a huge motherfucker. What do you guys think?
I'm trying to figure out what Frieza's second form looks like.
It's like a taller,
Hold on.
bigger version of first
Of the
form
first
Frieza.
form.
Okay,
Yeah.
he's in his second form.
Mm.
I firmly believe he's in his second form. And if you guys just pull up on your own
Y-
PC, like
Yeah, he
his
is.
second form, it looks very similar.
Yeah,
He
it
is.
definitely
He is.
does.
Mhm. He was, and that was the thing because there was like a little issue between the two of them, and it was because Frieza apparently is the weaker sibling. Apparently, I think Cooler was able to hold his form or that second form longer or something like that. I think Frieza wasn't able to, so that's why we always saw him in his base form. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I believe there was like a little thing between them. That's why Cooler, you never really saw Cooler with Frieza. Cooler was always off doing his own thing, whatever the case is. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, guys. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I'm
Shoot.
getting the impression though, looking at like Frieza, his final form is his sleek form, and so that's his strongest form. But then you
Mm.
got Cooler, who looks more closer to his third form, and it's like I wonder, like, if does Frieza, not Frieza, does Cooler's um final form, if he were to turn into a more sleek version again in some shape or form, like how Frieza goes from basically I just got horns to I'm sleek and I'm white and purple. I wonder does Cooler just not have that ability?
Well, in the
Um,
Cooler movie,
Yeah, I was just
is
about to say that he was sleek. That was his final
yeah,
form.
his main like the opposite colors of Frieza, where he was mainly purple instead of mainly white, and like accents of white instead of accents of purple. That's the same level as Frieza's like final form. And then he stated like
hmm.
I actually have one more form above, and that's when he gets like the horns and like the taller, bigger version and stuff. He was like like my brother Frieza never reached this, but I did. Mm. And then
Yeah.
what's it called? Uh, which is kind of funny because like now Frieza's actually reached a stronger form. It's just like worlds
Golden
above
Frieza.
whatever Cooler reached.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
But that just goes to show, though. I mean, those guys don't train, and if they did, imagine Cooler being Golden Cooler. Holy shit!
Mm, yeah, that'd be kind of cool to
Yeah,
see.
I think they
that's
did that in
crazy.
I think they did that in that not parody, but there was like another Dragon Ball anime where they went to like multiverses or something.
Yeah, the multiverse when in Goku Blue fought Goku 4.
Yeah.
And there was Cooler. That yeah, there was Golden Cooler. You're absolutely right. I do
Ah,
Yeah.
remember that. I do recall that. Yeah. Yeah,
Dragon Ball
there's
Heroes.
yeah, there's definitely some like some side animes for DBZ that I'm not gonna lie are really cool.
Mm,
Really cool. It kind
Mm.
of brings to light a lot of the stuff of what ifs and the debates, to be honest with you. It really just shows it. There definitely was a golden cooler.
mm.
Um yeah, I think he was like being controlled and he was like being manipulated. What's the guy's name again with the glasses?
Who?
And you said who?
Who? What the FU?
Yes,
Who?
Fu. You got it. Yes, Fu. That is the guy that just does it all. He is the weirdest villain that I've ever met. Like, I don't know. What's up with Fu? I don't know too much about him. I just know that like he's fucking weird, bro. He's fucking weird, man.
I think he's pretty much our main multiverse villain. Like he's just gonna be like, if there's
Mhm.
something's going on with the multiverse, it's him
It's
more
him.
than likely.
Yeah, absolutely. 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 But he definitely does bring 4 and blue, and there's golden cooler. Oh my god, all of the strongest enemies just come back, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. The fights are OP. There was a he looked like a Super Saiyan 3. I forgot his name. He's supposed to be like the evil Saiyan. Ah, Jesus. He has his regular base form reminds me of uh is it Raditz? That had, yeah, Goku's brother that just has the long like Saiyan hair that comes down like when he
Mm-hmm.
turns Super Saiyan
Mm,
3 and their hair grows. So it's like that,
mm,
but he was able to like I think he went I think he transformed to like Super Saiyan 3 or something. Some transformation he had, but his base form is the hair. Just like that. And he's like an evil Saiyan. His fight was crazy. Crazy epic. I'm not gonna lie. It was very good.
This is still Dragon Ball Heroes.
It is Dragon Ball
I'm trying to
Heroes.
find the name. I
It
think
is
it is
Dragon Ball
Heroes.
Heroes, yeah. That's the one that they have the video game, I believe that's in Japan, and they made an anime off of the video game.
Mm. Now I gotta
Yeah.
see this show.
Yeah, it's Heroes. That's
Yeah,
the
it's
one.
Heroes.
Yeah. And you
I
know
think Trunks
what?
gets like red hair
There's
in there too.
yes, they go crazy. Trunks and Gohan, Goten, the whole 9 yards. Everyone just wilds out. And they don't necessarily, I think, start with food. There's some other enemy um that's trying to like destroy the gods and the angels and stuff like that. And Goku actually gets trained, and then he comes to fight the guy, and he's in the I forgot what clothes he was wearing, but it wasn't his regular training clothes that he's always had. It was something else. It was something from I think the Angels. Because I think at this point he pretty much was like stronger than Beerus, and they were training him to use UI properly and really control it. And like I think he was able to just go in and out of the state now.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. Damn. Yeah, I gotta watch this. Sounds kind of lit. All right. The last question from the chats. Sammer also asks, "What's with Krillin's forehead dots?"
I'm reminded of the Buddha, and I think it's got something to do with that.
Hmm. I need to
I
look this up.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. What
I
is
think
up
it's
with
got
his
something to do
fucking
with that.
thoughts?
Dude, every time they bring up solar flare, it's always the camera's always focused on them.
On the dots, right?
Mm.
So he has 6 spots of moxibustion burns on his forehead called jiba, a reference to the practice of Shaolin monks.
uh,
Interesting. Uh, I was always wondering about that too, to be honest.
Here's the real question: why ain't got no nose?
Ah, yeah, I don't know, man. We're gonna have to
And
save
he's
that one
short
for
too.
another day. And yeah, why did he never
short.
grow?
Yeah, short, but he's been that same height since he was a kid. That's
Uh-huh.
crazy. That well, no. He did grow. He did grow a little. They let him grow a little bit in Super. He had because it would have been fair. How him and his kid the same height? Come on, man, stop playing with me.
Mm.
Yeah, and she's gonna be taller than him because her mom is Android 18. That sucks.
That mess is crazy.
Yeah. At least he got Android 18 though.
Yeah, she's a hottie. I'm not gonna lie. Android 18 is a yeah.
Krillin was always fooling the ladies, man. He had that Bulma look-alike.
Man, look.
That's filler though. That's not canon.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
All right. Well, last thoughts. Anything you guys want to lastly say about any of the debates we had? Uh, plug your socials and yeah, all that good stuff. How was it for you?
Um, I enjoyed this talk. It's been fun. You know, Shout out to another 3 hours. You know, we're getting up there. We're getting up there in time. But you know, 7 Ninja 7. Find me on Rumble, MeWe, Game Jolt as 7 Ninja 7. More than likely it'll be similar to my color scheme here. Um, that's about it.
Um, I definitely enjoyed myself. I'm so sorry I missed the last one, and I look forward to the next one. As always, man, you guys can always check me out. I stream every single day, Pope King X at ttv.com. That's the main place you can catch me at, and from there, all my socials are linked in. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm always having a blast at these podcasts here. Definitely good talks, definitely good company. Always agree to disagree. You feel me?
Yeah.
But most definitely, man. I had a good time. Absolutely.
Well, I'm definitely glad to have you.
Uh,
Definitely great to agree to disagree makes good debates, and as always, uh, one can even call today a great Nimbus debate. Hey, like
oh
especially
Lord,
that
Absolutely. Absolutely.
especially when we were especially the parts where we were debating about Broly and Hit, Jiren and Hit. Yeah, I really like that one.
mm. Oh, what
Um,
we're doing next week?
so next
Make
week
sure the audience knows.
is the Great Nimbus Debates In Betweens podcast. That one will be anime and video games. We don't really have all the topics set yet, but we're definitely gonna be discussing the anime Pope King was watching, Kaiju number 8.
Kaiju number 8.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
So
You know what?
I'm
I'll definitely I can definitely drop a few more points if it's on anime. We could hit up some solo leveling.
mm,
That was pretty hot
Mm.
here the last few months and stuff. So and then there's also My Hero, the new
mm.
season that came out, and how that's been rolling around. But yeah.
Oh, the new season's out for My Hero?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's been at least like 4 or 5 episodes,
Oh
6 seasons.
hell yeah.
At least I think so. I think so because what I saw is what's her name, Miss America, or some shit or Lady Liberty,
Mount Moon?
the number one hero from America.
America.
Yeah,
Oh.
flew over to Japan and got busy, and it was
Mm.
epic.
Uh,
It was epic.
mm.
It was epic. I didn't see. No one could have foreseen that outcome. Um,
Mm-hmm.
just a fucking just a head twister. I mean I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. But yeah, I do believe the new season is out, so we could always hit that up. But yeah, Kaiju number 8 is fucking wild. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
I'm definitely gonna be streaming the new episodes. I wait a little bit because I wanted a few episodes to come out so I could really just sit there for a solid like 2 hours and get a nice little stream off of that. But yeah, there's some new episodes that are out. It's just gonna be pretty sick, man. It is.
Nice. Seven Ninja, I think you were gonna say something.
Um, I think I already said it.
Oh,
So
okay.
we'll
All
see
right.
you guys later. You know.
Yeah. Hope everyone have a good night. Thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure you guys check out 7 Ninja 7 and Pope King. They're on Rumble, Twitch, and Kick. And Pope King's also on YouTube. And Game Jolt for 7 Ninja. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.
You already know.